Storm has passed, the time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. The storm is gone, and maybe it's not too long until you rest your head, get some sleep, try to dream of something sweet. Thunder's gone, rain is coming down. If you look up to the sky, you see things are clearing now. Everything is gonna be okay, even when it's not. All storms pass eventually. Know you have a lot. You got me, you got mom, got all the things that you've become. Me, you got mom, got a loving home where you're from. You got me, you got mom, so love your family. You only get one, only get one. Storm has passed, the time is now to go to bed. You can do it somehow. Storm is gone, maybe it's not too long until you rest your head and get some sleep. Try to dream of something sweet. Ooh, you're gonna be alright. You're gonna sleep just fine tonight, tonight, tonight. You're gonna sleep just fine. Tonight, gonna sleep just fine. Tonight, tonight.
Hey there, folks. Adam here, going live. Brendan's here as well, too. We are tracking some storms that are moving in from Michigan. And Environment Canada just issued a severe thunderstorm watch with the mention of a tornado risk as well embedded in that tornado watch. In that severe thunderstorm watch. So we are going to be watching closely, and we're going to see what is happening here. I feel like I'm kind of cut off here for some reason. So I'm going to move myself over slightly. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, there we go. The antics have already started. We're 2 seconds into the live stream, and I'm already doing things like this. Okay. That seems better. There we go. Perfect. All right. And so it's begun. Let's see here. Do I know how to pronounce these names? Let's find out. Storm moving into, I believe it's Corunna. Let's find out. Let me make sure it's on Canadian English. Let's find out.
Corunna.
All right. Did you hear that? Did you hear that on the live stream? Let me know. I think you probably should have. I think so. Let me know. Did you hear the? You heard it? All right, sweet. I actually would have came through my mic as well, but it should have properly came through. I think I actually have that channel on for the most part. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what is up with these storms. Models have been kind of all over the place. So this morning, we're like, yeah, it looks decent, but maybe marginal. And then come towards this afternoon, we're like, some of the models are saying big, strong wind gusts in Essex County with these storms. So that is probably our main concern is going to be like downbursts, damaging winds, probably pretty isolated, but we could see a couple of fairly potent storms track through Essex County or maybe the Chatham-Kent areas, towards kind of St. Thomas here. This kind of main corridor is what we're thinking. The classic deep southwestern Ontario corridor is where we're pretty focused on right now. Although the line is interesting coming over Lake Huron right now. Actually, let's take a look at IW Storm Risk here. Oh, I have to turn off. I always forget to turn off the translation tool. This storm on Lake Huron already at a 3% tornado risk, 3% severe wind risk here on Instant Weather Pro. And let's see. Yeah, it's decent. It's not there yet, but it's decent. We've got some super cool tools this season that have never existed before. For example, if you have Instant Weather Pro and you see these little dots around the circle, you know that that's actually a Canadian storm track, which has never existed before. We built it. So yeah, Canadian storm cell from CASET, from the Exeter radar. This is A0. So this is the first of that one. It's going east-northeast at 74 kilometers an hour. Pretty cool to be able to see Canadian storm tracks finally. It's a pretty cool thing. So we have that to work with. Now the cool thing is now that we have these storm tracks, it's a really important factor because we have switched from velocity. So that's what you see here, velocity. By the way, probably leave on regular velocity today. When it's more of a downburst risk, regular velocity is actually probably better than storm relative velocity. But when we're looking for rotation, storm relative velocity, watch it switch here. You see the difference there. So what storm relative velocity does is it takes away the motion of the storm. So if these storms are flying forward at 75 kilometers an hour, right, that can kind of like make it more difficult to see, is that a rotation couplet or is that just like a blip in velocity? Like, what is that, right? And so storm relative velocity removes the motion. But if you don't have good storm tracks, when you remove the motion, it's not great. So we have good storm tracks now, which will help. And speaking of which, we're doing something that I don't think any other software has ever done ever, if I'm correct, is that normally when there's storm relative velocity, what they do is they kind of average out all of the storm tracks across the entire radar. So if the right side of radar, the storms are going southeast, and the left side of radar, the storms are going northeast, then all of a sudden they say, okay, the average motion is east, which is not correct. So what we built is storm relative velocity, but it uses different storm tracks at different parts to influence how it's removing those velocities from the picture. So in our settings here, I'll just switch to the full screen here. So if I switch to Instant Weather Pro, if I go into the settings, I don't know if most of this is in production now. This is our admin panel here. So this is, not everybody gets access to the admin panel, but under weather features, so you see Canadian storm tracks now. By the way, if you're using Instant Weather Pro and you see the storm risk storm tracks, turn those off. Let's see what they look like. Actually, they're not that bad right now, but some of the times they're brutal. Actually, they're okay. Interesting. Okay. But track display, current only per frame. You can actually animate the storm tracks as time goes on, but right now we're only going to do per frame. Track filter, you want to go. There's all tracks, selected radar only, nearest tracks, and custom tracks. So we're going to go nearest. I like nearest because it basically says which storm tracks are close to that radar. Use those ones. So it basically analyzes all the radars and it just uses the storm tracks that are closest to each radar. So I think that's probably the best way to go here. Nearest radar. SRV uses track filter. You want to have that on, and that changes things when you have it on. And then SRV mode, average. So this is kind of the standard way that they do it, or per cell. And so you want to have per cell on. So anyways, yeah, that's the new tools we have, which are useful. But again, we might be dealing with some downbursts, and I didn't really see how strong these winds were here until I went back to regular velocity. So today is probably a good day to kind of toggle back and forth between both. Sorry, I'm getting a little technical here, but I wanted to point out some cool stuff that we are doing and cool tools that we have available to us, because these actually really help when trying to figure out, how strong is the rotation, and just a lot of things. It's just super, super useful. So, and now we finally have Canadian storm tracks. Hooray! So it's super cool. Let's take a look at that storm again. So 2% TOR on that storm. Let's see here. There we go. Okay, so it's so funny because we notified folks about this risk that was coming in, and a lot of folks said, "I'm checking radar, and I don't see anything. So are these storms just going to magically appear?" Actually, yes, this is what happens. Storms birth and storms fizzle out and die. These things happen. I don't know. Some people out there might think that storms just exist in perpetuity for all of time, and they just keep rotating around the earth until they come back. Like, people always assume if there's a storm risk here, there must be storms to the west. Like, if we look at Michigan, they have to be there because that's where they come from. They magically come from the States all the time. No, they could just literally pop up anywhere. So if there's forcing and there's moisture, and you've got some nice wind shear in there, storms can pop up anywhere. They don't just magically stay alive forever and just circle the earth over and over again. That's not how this works. So we just found that funny because there was a lot of comments that were like, we don't see anything on radar because the storms weren't there yet. This was a storm forecast, not a nowcast. So when it's a forecast, that means upcoming, you could see some storm activity. So I'm so pleased with the improvements that we've made to loading for all radars, not just Canadian radars. In past years, you've been watching us on live stream, like we go to load a US radar and it's just spinning and it's like, we didn't really have it optimized, but now we've got it optimized to a T. It is super, super duper optimized now. So everything loads instantly. I mean, literally our name is Instant Weather. So we need to load stuff instantly, right? You know what I'm saying? Aerospace says, is there any way to get rid of Canadian radar noise on another app called Radar Scope? I don't know. Probably not. We have noise elimination over here, but I don't think so. But to get rid of all this stuff you have to do a lot of work. Actually, do I have the... Oh, I need to add those. Yeah, so there's actually some tools we have to actually get rid of some of this noise for Canadian radars, but we don't have it right now, but that's okay. So we're on regular velocity. We're going to be toggling back and forth. Remind me in the comments to toggle back and forth between regular velocity and storm relative velocity. Remind me, please. Stormy Girl 1989 says, I love when you guys mention storms hours from now and my friends ask me why they don't see them on radar. And I always tell them because they haven't formed yet. Well, it's interesting you say that, Stormy Girl, because I think a lot of the reason is because a lot of people use, I'm not going to name names here, but there's certain popular weather apps that what they do is they take past radar and they move it forward. So their future radar only works if you take past radar and move it forward. So if there's no storms in the past, you can't move anything into the future. So what we do is we use a hybrid approach. We do an approach similar to that, and then we also do an approach where we have future radar that is model based. So I think we actually have this working now, so we should be able to pull this up. So we do future radar that is model based. So let me see if I go back to single mode here. There we go. So this is actually the cool new smooth radar that you're going to get as soon as we launch our new app, which is so very close. Brennan already said, let's just launch it. And I'm like, there's a couple more things. There's just a couple more things we got to tweak. But our new app is awesome. And we even, I don't know if you saw on the last live stream, but what we did on our new app is I had like my brother, he reached out to me and he goes, I'm kind of sad that the old app's going away because I really like how the old app works. And I was like, oh, don't you worry, because we've built the old app into the new app. So hold on, let me show you here what I'm talking about. Okay, there we go. All right, so here's the new app, right? The green screen stuff might mess things up. But here's the new app. Yay, it's going to be sweet. It's awesome. Anyways, so there's the new app. But if you go into the settings, and actually when you first open the app, it's going to ask you, do you want to use the original version of the app or do you want to use the new version of the app? And if you really, really, really like the old version of the app, which it's very possible that some folks out there do, we have the old app built into the new app. I'm using a green screen right now. Oh, there we go. Perfect. So old app built right into the new app. It works just like the old app. You know, you click on that day, it opens up, the details are all there. It's exactly the same. So if you really, really like the old version of the app, we got you. Old version of the app, built right into the new version of the app. Good to go. Uh-oh. Dalton's sending me things. Ooh, okay. Oh, 3 tilts, eh? Okay, I should probably pay attention here. I just wanted to hit play on this to show you what... Oh, why is that so fast? Oh, because I got it on. Okay. Just wanted to show you the smooth new radar. So this is actually... Doesn't that look sweet? That's the radar that's going to be in the new app. Like, just like this. This is the exact radar. Isn't that nice? So I just wanted to show you these storms popping in. You can see them. And then you can see what's happening, what's coming. So, yeah, all of that is on its way. It's really pulsing here. But yeah, so that's what's happening. So there's your big storm line that's coming in. You can already see it. Okay, I got to get back to watching radar here because Dalton says we've got... this right here. Oh, this is a little couplet. I can already tell it's a little couplet without storm relative velocity, but watch what storm relative velocity does. It really brought it out, right? What's the percentage now? 4% on that one? Which way is that going? Oh, boy. And he says it's on 3 tilts. Let's go tilt 1, tilt 2. Oh, it really shows on tilt 2. Okay, well. Oh, boy. And it's actually going due east. I'm going to show you a new technique right now. So this is how we notify now, right on this panel. So check this out. I'm going to create a storm track in real time. Here we go. So that's where the storm is now. So if I click, I want to show you this full screen. Hold on. So if I click up here, you won't have these tools, but these are our tools. I go create track, right? So I click on the middle of the mesocyclone right here, okay? And then I go back a few frames. Let's see here. I'll just go back one, right there. Is that exactly the way it's going? I just want to make sure. Is it going to the northeast? Hold on. It looks like it's going more east. I think it's going more east. So I'm going to go back 2 frames. I'm actually going to click over here just because I think that storm track that was there was pretty close to actually the way it's going. I'm just going to go right, just like that. See how it created the storm track? Okay, now I click on that custom storm track. I click the plus button. Bam. How about that? How about that? Isn't that nice? Okay, let me just make sure which way it's going. We have got rotation, folks. I'm going to go minor just because, but it's a multiple tilts. I'm going to open this polygon up a little bit. I want to make the size bigger. So let's make the size a bit bigger. Maybe let's bring it back a little bit. And let's make it a little wider. Kind of made the shape a bit weird, but that's fine. Okay, I think I'm going to do something like that. Because I don't know exactly which way it's going to go. But I think that's about right. Let's see. Let me speed this up a bit. Yeah, it's cooking. I see that, Dalton. It's cooking. Let's see here. Let me go back. Make sure exactly which way it's going. I want to make sure I get this right. Yeah, I think that's about right. It might even be going a little bit more to the northeast. So now watch what happens. So I click that. It already has this. So watch this. I just hit this plus button. Aha, look at this. This is sweet. Okay. We're carefully monitoring a storm located 26 kilometers west of Lambton Shores, traveling east at 52 kilometers an hour. If it maintains that speed and direction, it will reach Lambton Shores by 3:23 p.m. Is that right? It's going to reach there in 20 minutes? I can minimize this and double check. It's almost there. Oh, I got a new frame. I kind of want to use the new frame. First off, let me see. Okay, the new frame doesn't look as strong as the previous frames. Hold on. I'm going to scrap this. Cancel. I'm going to scrap this polygon. And I'm going to kind of take a peek at this again here. So let's see. That looked good over the water, though. Holy. especially on tilt 2, especially with SRV. Look at that. That is a rotation couplet, folks. No doubt about it. Even if I go back to regular velocity, you'll probably be able to see it. Oh my goodness, you can see it in regular velocity. Oh boy. Okay, let's go back to SRV. Actually, let's go back to velocity. Let's go back to tilt 1, and let's see what this newest frame did. Okay, so it's still there, heading towards Port Franks right now. I still think it looks solid. So, okay. So I'm going to go create track. I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go back 2 frames. I'm going to go right about here, but I think it's moving more. See, that storm track popped up, and it's kind of trying to take it northeast. Let's see. Yeah, but it's kind of moving more east. So I'm going to go back 2 frames, and I'm going to go right about here. I think that's right. I'm going to create a notification based on that one. Okay. And I'm going to open this up just a bit. One second here. There we go. Open that up just a bit and open this up just a bit. Something like that. And maybe stretch that out slightly. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay, I'm going to hit plus, regenerate the, okay. 20 kilometers northwest of Lambton Shores, traveling east of 70 kilometers an hour. Maintains that speed and direction. It will reach Lambton Shores by 3:25. Probably going to reach it earlier than that, but that's probably about right. Okay, Park Hill, so blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. Radar estimates wind gusts at 168 kilometers an hour. There must be some noise in there. So I can change that. So I will just get rid of that. Let's see what the 3% tornado risk on it. Okay, yeah, that all looks good. That all looks fine. It updates the time for me here. So I'm going to say, I'm going to switch this to minor rotation. There we go. We've detected minor rotation on radar with the storm located 27 kilometers east. That should have said northwest. Located, I'm just going to say located over, I got to tweak that, located over Lake Huron, tracking east towards, and where was it again? It's going east towards Port Franks. That's right. So system's not perfect yet, but we're getting there. East towards Port Franks. And Lambton Shores. It was like, yeah. In rare cases, minor rotation can produce a wall cloud, funnel cloud, or possibly even a tornado in its lifespan. Also has potential to produce damaging wind gusts, hail, or flooding in some cases. Traveling east at 70 kilometers an hour. I'm going to get rid of that because that sentence sounds weird. Okay, if it maintains that speed and direction, it reaches Lambton Shores by 3:26. That's probably right. Park Hill, blah, 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 blah. Probably even earlier than that. We got to tweak these times. I would say, I'm just going to get rid of that whole line. Still got to tweak that, so I don't want to give incorrect times here. So, all right, and let's just get rid of this whole thing. Okay, sounds good. And that's 3:05. That's about right. All right. Looks good to me. 1,637 people I'm about to notify of that particular storm. Looks about right. And we're on blue, minor. Yeah, looks good. Okay. And send. And let's see what it does. We get a bam. 10 SMS, 1,600 push, 4 Facebook pages, and 1 Twitter. 4 Facebook pages. Oh, it sent it to our test page. That's why. Okay. That looks good. Notification sent. Now, if I want to get rid of this, I just hit the delete button. There you go. Big bam. So minor rotation, we've already detected. That will show up on the next update of the polygons, and we will be good to go. All right, so that's our new notification system. Obviously, it needs some work, but it's like, it makes life so much easier. What does SMS mean? It's text message. We have text message alerts. You can get notified via text message, so it works even if your internet doesn't work that great. Wall cloud just went overhead in Sarnia. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, yeah. I got to switch back to this. There we go. Brennan will be happy that I did that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's definitely... that storm is definitely interesting. Still got my storm track there. Custom storm track. Let's see here. I think my custom storm track will actually influence the storm relative velocity. So you can actually kind of correct it, which is pretty cool. Tilt 2 is still looking interesting. Thank you very much, Miss Esri. Yeah, look at that storm from Detroit. Whoa, the top of it is pretty bright. Or I guess it was actually that cell that was pretty bright. Let me go to tilt. Oh, new frame. We just got the 305 frame. Still looking pretty good. Let's go to tilt 2. Still looking pretty solid. Let's go to tilt. Let's go to, oh my goodness. I mean, you can see it. You can definitely see the rotation. Like if you have an eye for it, you can definitely see the rotation on regular velocity, right? But when you go to storm relative velocity, it really just gives it that classic red versus green kind of rotation look, right? It just gives it that look. It's like a little bookend vortex, maybe. It's got a look to it, though. Sure does. Turns out the real storm track was more accurate than mine. Yeah, it was definitely going that way. So it's actually heading more towards Chicken Island, Beach, Opines, Grand Bend, potentially. And a lot of folks always camping at Grand Bend. But yeah, that is a rotation couplet. Ooh. What happened there? Is that a new frame? No. I see. That was the current. Okay. And this is tilt 2. Let's go back to tilt 1. Not as strong on tilt 1. Tilt 1's closer to the surface. Not as strong, but still, when you have a couplet like that on tilt 2 and on tilt 3, you got to pay attention. Let's go back to tilt 1. By the way, get rid of noise. Look how noisy it is on tilt 1. Look how noisy it is on tilt 2. Things get less noisy on tilt 2. Tilt 2 is actually really, really useful. Let's double check on TDTW, see what's going on these storms down here by Essex County. So there's a little storm heading into Windsor and LaSalle right now, but it doesn't look like anything special from what I can tell. Let me know if that changes. Whether Oholic Cat says, yes, the updated IW app is the new version. Actually, no, it's... Oh, wait. It's not out yet, is my point. It's not out yet, but the updated app that we're talking about is the new version that's coming out. So let's go back to... It's actually should be kind of nice. Hold on, let me see. I want to take a look at this storm here. These are getting interesting. 10%. Yeah, this whole line is actually looking pretty interesting. Still don't like what I'm seeing up here, though. That part of the storm's still kind of bugging me here. Where did I turn off? Oh, whoopsie. I was like, where did my polygon go? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's my polygon. Too far south. Who drew this storm track? I see. It's starting to kind of shift to the north a bit, but it's kind of heading towards Grand Bend. I'm not happy about that. Happy Mother's Day weekend, says Smithy. Happy Mother's Day weekend to all the wonderful mothers out there. What's going on with this cell? That's kind of looking interesting. 10% tornado risk on that cell? What? Say what now? Okay, going into Kingsbridge right now. Doesn't look too spectacular on... Let's see what it looks like on regular velocity. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Maybe that's why. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Let's see what Tilt 2 is doing. Okay, Tilt 2 is not as interesting. That might be a little bit of a weird signature. You'd think that would just... it's right at a pinch, too, though. I don't like the look of that. Let's see what Tilt 2 is doing. Tilt 1. Let's go to relative velocity. It kind of pulls it out in relative velocity. So SRV can sometimes give you a highlight of like, yeah, maybe that's not what you think it is. But I don't like the look of that. Like this is right at that pinch point. If you're in, I was about to pronounce it.
Bogies Beach.
If you're in Bogies Beach, that's what I was going to say. Point Farms Provincial Park. Yeah, I'm supposed to guess before I do. I don't like the look of that. And all of a sudden it's at 10%. I don't like the look of that. I think it's probably safe to go minor on this one. I think. Yeah, I think it's probably safe to go minor. I have to create a custom track on this one. So let's click right at the what could be a potential couplet. SRV is kind of saying no, but I don't know. And tilt 2 is not that interesting. Let's go back here, and that's where I want to go. Right there to there. Let's see. Is it going? The whole thing's going northeast, though. So my track is probably garbage, but still better than nothing. Let me redo that track. Let me redo that. Let's go create a track here and go back a few frames. Let's do it here. There, that's better. Okay. I am going to, whoa. I'm a little bit concerned with that cell. This polygon is too skinny. I think they're all too skinny. We need to make them by default thicker. Something like that. Yeah, I think that's probably right. So north of Goderich, tracking to the east. Let's see what it looks like when I carefully monitor storm located 22 kilometers northeast of Goderich, traveling east at 61 kilometers an hour. Maintains that it'll. See, I don't like it'll reach Goderich. We need to tweak that. It'll reach Huron east by 336. Brussels by 351. I don't like these times. I'm gonna get rid of this line entirely. We have to work on those times. I think they're a little too slow. Yeah. But it's a start. On average, storms producing 1 cloud to ground lightning strike per minute. Radar estimates wind gusts at 157 kilometers an hour. That can't be right. Get rid of that too. Oh no, I gotta delete that line again. Okay. 8% tornado risk on that cell. Oh, severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. Brendan, do you want to let me know these things? I didn't see. All you did is type it in. I should probably pay attention to that. Oh, yeah. You should probably see this better like that. There we go. Okay. That looks pretty good. And I wanted to switch it to minor rotation. Let me just grab that so I don't lose it. I should do the minor rotation thing first. There we go. Minor rotation on the storm is located 10 kilometers northwest of Perth. I don't know why it changes that. Okay, I'm going to go back because there's probably a new frame by now. Yeah, there is a new frame by now. Okay. So oopsie. There we go. Okay, I want to take a look at this. It's not as interesting as it was. So that may have been a fragment. I just wanted to be ready. If the next frame looked amazing, I wanted to be ready. But the next frame does not look as exciting as the previous frame did. So I think I'm going to let that one slide. Yeah, it's a little softer here. Let's go to SRV and see what it looks like. There's a little something there, but let's see. What about tilt 2? Nah. Tilt 3? Nope. All right, we're going to let that one slide. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm going to keep the polygon there just in case. I want to notify that. I'll keep that there. Let's see what else is going on here. There's a lot of storm tracks. There's a lot of messy noise here. I don't want to turn everything off. I was going to switch this button so instead of just radar icons on and off, it's just like everything on and off. I'd be able to turn everything off and just look at the pure radar. You see a little bookend vortex going on there? Yeah, I see that. I see that, yeah. I definitely see that. Let's see here. That's the one near Lambton Shores? Yeah. Oh, right here. Yeah, this still has kind of a bookend going on. This was the one that we did minor on. Let's see here. Yeah, tilt 2 still decent. Let's see what happens when it hits land, because it's... Actually, the timing was pretty good, because remember it said it was going to hit land by like 3:25? It's 3:17, and it's still not on land yet. So maybe that timing is good. I don't know why I felt like it was too slow. Maybe it's actually all right. Maybe it's all right. I want to thank everybody for sending in your reports. I'm in the pending section. I'm going to keep an eye in the pending section. If Patricia wants to keep an eye in the regular section, I will keep an eye in the pending. I mean, obviously you can keep an eye on pending as well too. I just mean I'm going to try to keep an eye there. I'm not going to actually be looking at the main page as much. I see some hail reports here. All right. Well, so begins our journey, folks. And by that journey, I mean the tracking storms all summer. TJ Rose says, should I medicate my dog? What, for lightning? You might get some storms overnight. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Lindsay. Appreciate it. Paxton's on that storm. It's got a nice little, interesting little lowering there. Yeah, let's go see what the environment's doing right now. I want to go see. Oh yeah, I need to switch this back. There we go. I want to see what the VTP is right now. So it's just a 0.5. The violent tornado parameter is at a 0.5, which is nothing too spectacular. But it's something. Oh, it just got currently? Okay, perfect. Interesting. Nancy says, could we see the Orangeville Shelburne map? Yeah, you're fine right now. You're good. Storms are all along here on shore right now. That's really where we're paying attention. Oopsie. I want to turn off everything. It's too noisy. There's too much to look at here. I'm even going to turn off all the storm tracks. There we go. I want it just clean. Even this lightning's annoying. Yeah, that definitely, I mean, if that ain't a bookend vortex, I have to break out the song. Thankfully, the velocity doesn't look as exciting on it. But the hook on that thing, I mean, look at that. That's really hooking on the backside. That is definitely a little bookend vortex for sure. Weather reports say 5 to 6 p.m. for Toronto? I don't think so. Maybe they could mean like this stuff. Because there's just like some rain over here. Maybe that's what it's referring to. Sing bookend vortex. Bookend vortex. Do, do, do. Yeah, so maybe they just mean this like rain or whatever. That could be the situation. But the storm line that we're talking about is this line back here. So if I go, let me get rid of this because I don't think I'm sending this one out. So let's scrap that. And let's scrap this polygon too. Yeah. Cool. I'm going to refresh this here. One second. Actually, let's go back to single. Perfect. And I'm going to hit refresh. Fancy spinning logo. There we go. Now let's take a look at the new animated radar, shall we? You want to see where the storms are going? Let's see. Oh, I've got it on 4 times speed. That ruins the whole smoothness of it here. Let's go back to the start. Put it on 1. That's better. Okay. So smooth. So yeah, I'm going to hit pause here. I want to take a look. It looks like based on this, probably storms heading into London around 4:18-ish. So in about an hour. London could see these storms. Stratford probably around about the same, about 4 o'clock maybe. Actually, let's take a look at that bookend vortex. Which is right here. You can actually see it on the smooth radar right there. Let's see where it's going. Heading up towards Exeter, looks like. We'll have to keep an eye on that little kink in the line. Because that looks like it could be a little bookend. Let's see what's going on in deep southwestern Ontario. And start to see it transition into model mode. There we go. Yeah, that's about right. And so if you want to know when the storms could be heading towards the GTA, looks like Kitchener by maybe about 4:30, maybe a little earlier, depending on if they speed up. And Orangeville, folks were asking about Shelburne and Orangeville. Yeah, by about the same, 4:30-ish. Collingwood by about 4:30. Barrie by about 5. And then we start to see the more coarse model take over. And I don't know how long we have this extended here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we can go way further. Brennan. Yeah, so let's go back. Let's just watch this line. So you can see the line move through. You can see when we switch to model, with the model is pretty much bang on. You can see the model data there, and you can see the kind of like moving the past radar forward, the mixture between the two, right? So it's pretty bang on there. And then we'll eventually get storms over towards Ottawa by 10 p.m. I probably should have extended my non-severe polygon out towards all of Eastern Ontario, just based on that. Just based on that. But yeah. Oh, it looks like we got a new update. Let me go take a look at actual radar here. Actual raw radar from Instant Weather Pro. And let's see what our bookend vortex is doing here. So that's the 318 frame. What time is it? 3:25. We should be getting a new frame pretty soon. I see the pulsing. And by that, I'll show you what I mean by the pulsing. If you have Instant Weather Pro, you see the top left here? See right here? See that like little pulsing going on? That means there's a new frame coming in. So we wait. We sit here patiently and wait. Now we get the new radar frames processed and up onto Instant Weather Pro faster than any other app that I've ever seen. If you think there's an app out there faster than us, let me know, because I just haven't seen one yet. I've tested all of them, and I just have not seen anything faster. I think in some cases, we're like a minute ahead of other apps, other very popular pro weather radar apps. So, because we care. I mean, from what I can tell, we're the only pro radar app made in Canada, right? So, we care about Canada, We care about everybody, but we care about Canada. We want to make sure Canadians are safe. Because every other app is made in the States. Which is fine. I mean, there's some great stuff out there. Have I tried that? Yeah, I've tried every other app. And, and we beat them all. As far as speed. I don't like the look of this here. This is actually really strong winds here. 87. Yeah, this is starting to pick up right here, heading into just north of Grand Bend. Some strong winds on these storms. Yeah, That's an amazing person, 3409. What's up? Long time no see. Some strong winds, gusts near 90 kilometers offshore from St. Joseph on that last frame. Yeah. Yeah, right here. Basically, 87.48 is what it's at. Yep. Yeah, it's looking pretty strong. Good to see you, by the way. Brendan, what happened to reports? It just went white. Oh, there we go. It's back.
It refreshes at 90 seconds.
Ah, okay. So sometimes it takes a bit. I understand. I've totally missed this from Mike. Mike, out my wheelchair in Guelph. Should I head home? Says Mike. And that was at 2:49. It was a little while ago. Well, let's see what's going on for you in Guelph. Should you head home? Let me see here. I'm going to go back to single mode. I'm going to go back to pull up past and future radar here. Nice shot there, Paxton. And this should come up. But if it doesn't, let me hit refresh. Still testing that. Still got to tweak it a bit. There we go. It should come up. There we go. Okay, perfect. So let me just go ahead and go forward. So you're in Guelph, Mike? Let's see here. Where are you there? Should be somewhere around there. They're already on the screen. Whoops. Oopsie. Okay, so you're right here. Okay, let's see what time things are rolling in. Might see some rain by 4:12, but the big stuff looks like it's heading your way by 4:35 o'clock. You got a little bit of time yet. A little bit of time. We got some time. Okay. And again, I just love to show it off because it's so cool. I can't wait for you all to use the new app because you get to see radar that's this smooth when you animate it. Isn't that smooth? That looks awesome, doesn't it? So smooth. I love smooth radar. It's great. Okay. Let's flip back to swipe mode. Swipe mode, another thing that Instant Weather Pro has that no other app has. Pretty cool. Yeah, these are some pretty strong winds here. I want to go see what Environment Canada has for alerts because I turned it off here. Let me see what they've got going on. This is actually, these really strong winds here are actually inside of my polygon, so that's good. So I'm not too concerned with that because you've got polygons. You get a polygon and you get a polygon. Everybody gets a polygon. Let's see here. Looking at the storm here in Essex County. Pretty boring so far. Is that Habs316 coming in with a super sticker? Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Good luck with your journey there to the cup. Good luck. I'm just happy. Oh, yeah, Brendan's got the meme ready. I didn't even know he had that. That's funny. Oh, yeah, I guess that was from years ago. Yeah, it's funny, Brendan. Hold on. Bolero coming in, being a member of our YouTube community, YouTube members for 5 months. Thank you so much. Gotta love these live streams. I have family in Ontario. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I like your Leafs hat, by the way. We taking Gavin? I don't know. I think we should take Gavin. So if you've looked at the numbers, this is slightly off topic. Gavin in this, is it the CHL? In the CHL, Gavin score, he had more points than both Connor Bedard and McDavid. He had more points than McDavid and Bedard. Are we not going to take him? We're going to take him. First overall, let's go. A lot of people think it's rigged, but whatever. What can you do? What can you do? Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Bro, we need defense. Yeah, we need defense, but you can't pass on a generational player. Are you kidding me? Defense can come. You know what? Here's the other thing, too. Really good defensemen are going to want to come to the Leafs if we get McKenna. If we have McKenna playing on the wing of Matthews, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That'd be great. Let's see here. Anything interesting expected in Belleville? Maybe some non-severe storms overnight, but that's about it. So nothing too exciting. But thank you so much for the for being a member for 14 months. Appreciate that, Moonlight. Thank you kindly. Need some more sound effects. Ooh, okay. This is starting to kick it up a notch. 94 kilometers an hour now, 94.68. And this is pretty close to radar. So I'm going to go ahead and say you might be getting a little bit of a downburst here for certain areas. North of, is it Corbett? Let's find out. Nothing? It's not showing up. Okay, I'll just stop then. I don't know why I didn't like that. I think it's Corbett. Yeah. North of Corbett, heading towards Shipka, Mount Carmel, KHIVA. Let's see if it'll pronounce that. No. Oh, I see. It's pulling from a database that this particular map is not using. I see. That's why. So there's a few little towns here, a few little hamlets that are not showing up there. So I need to add those to the database so that I can pronounce them for me. Okay. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. Let me see. Okay, so I see this from Dalton. I got to keep paying attention to that storm. I don't like what's happening here. That really kicked it up a notch. That little storm south of Lakeshore, southeast of Tecumseh. Oh, it's a ghost town, Lindsay? Yeah, that's why it's like not on the regular database that we have. That place, KHIVA. No, it's not that the map can't find. It's just not added to that database. I don't like the look of this though. Let me see what it looks like from Detroit Airport radar. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Oh, why is there a big gap there? What is going on? I don't like the look of that. Hello. What is going on here? It's like a little supercell building, isn't it? Right here? Does anybody else feel that way? I kind of do. What do we got for percentages? Only a 1% Tor for now, but that could change. Let's go with the regular Detroit radar and see what it's looking like. Yeah, it's got more of an interesting shape. Let's go to storm relative velocity. See if that changes anything. No, there's no storm tracks here, so it's not going to. Let's see what Tilt 2 is doing. Let's go. I want to see what it's doing from Exeter radar. It's pretty far to look at, though. Yeah, that's pretty far away. What about from... Oh, hello. Okay, that's interesting. And this is still looking quite potent here as well, too, folks. Heading up towards Shipka. Concerned with that cell, for sure. I don't like what I'm seeing down here. Let me go to Cleveland. Has Cleveland got an eye on this thing? We're at 2% Tor, so it's starting to climb. And this is east of Windsor. Okay, we just got a new frame. Yeah, these are minute updates. I don't like the look of that at all. Is that storm relative? Yeah, that's not going to change because there's no storm tracks there. Okay, I'm making a storm track right now. Here we go. Yeah, I love these 1 minute updates. Ah, it's just so nice. Okay, create track right here. Go back a few frames. Perfect. I'm going to go minor on that one because I don't like the look of it. I don't like it. Yeah, moving due northeast. Is that storm track? See, these storm tracks might be based on 6-minute intervals and not these 1-minute intervals. So what I need to do, I know exactly what I need to do with that. This can't be going that fast. Is it going that fast? Oh, I turned the storm tracks off. That's why. What I get for turning the friggin' storm tracks off. Of course, there's a ton of storm tracks on that song. Okay, let's look at it from relative. Okay. Let's see. That storm track is actually flying, so it is going that fast. Okay. But I like my track better. Let's see. It could shift to the right. Let's try that one. Yeah, that's about right. I think that's pretty good, actually. Let's see here. Let me just animate it at 4 times speed or 6. Yeah, I think I'm going to go minor on that one. I don't like the look of that cell. It's going straight towards Chatham Kent. I don't like the look of that cell. I'm going minor. Okay, carefully monitor storm located. Why did it do the point? Oh. 9 kilometers southeast. Hold on, let me put this up so you can actually see what I'm doing. Southeast of Tecumseh, traveling east at 61 kilometers an hour. If it maintains that speed and direction, it will reach Chatham by 4:15. That's about right. And I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to switch this to minor. Take a minor rotation on the storm located. Where is it located? Southeast of Lakeshore. I don't know why adding minor rotation always messes with the location. I'm just going to do this. And now I'm going to go blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Period. And I'm going to get rid of all that. There we go. I'm going to say east-northeast, though, because it's kind of moving northeast, right? East-northeast. At 61 kilometers an hour. Yada, 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 blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Looks good to me. And it's 3:39 right now. Wind gust at 89 kilometers an hour? That's probably right. I think that's right. Okay, sending it out. Away we go. Sent. See what it says. 2,500 people just got that push. 26 text messages, Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, I'm going minor on that one. I don't like the look of that storm. Okay. Let's get rid of that polygon. Something cool I can do now is I can actually save the polygons and bring them back up, which is useful. But I don't mind creating them on the fly. Okay, so let me go back to regular Detroit radar here. And let's see. Back to, yeah. Yeah, that storm is still looking interesting. So we'll see what that one does as it progresses. Dalton got the notification. Sweet. Let me know if you got that notification. Thank you, Turtle Guy, for the report. Appreciate it. Oh, boy. See what happened to those strong winds? They're getting really close to radar now, so it might be getting too close to radar. It's really folded and messed up when it gets into the higher tilts, but up to tilt 6 looks pretty good. 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 10 is okay. 11, 12, tilt 13, tilt 14, tilt 15, tilt 16. It's like it's tilting higher and higher up. This is how you look at a storm if it's like right over the radar. Tilt 17, that's the highest tilt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Pointing almost straight up to get that frame. Pretty cool. Okay. Another thing to mention is the only place to get all the tilts of Canadian radar is Instant Weather Pro. InstantWeatherPro.com for anybody who's interested. Thank you so much to all those who have subscribed. We really appreciate your support. And hopefully you've been enjoying all the new updates we've been adding, and there's a ton more coming. So many more cool updates. Actually, I wonder, how do we get more than 4? Yeah, we have 17 tilts of Canadian radar. What's up? Luigi coming in with a super chat. Thank you so very much. Can you check on Wallaceburg, please? Getting gnarly here. Wall cloud now. Oh, okay. All right, I can take a peek at Wallaceburg on that cell. It's got it. Yeah, there's some interesting velocity there. Just some strong winds though. Tornadoes only 1%. Total severe 7. Some severe wind gusts are possible. 6%, which is not too high. But yeah, I don't think you've probably seen a wall cloud. I'm not seeing any rotation, but you might be seeing a bit of a lowering. Let's go to storm relative velocity. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything super strong as far as rotation for you, so that's good. Let's see what's happening with our little storm down here. Tornadoes only at 2% on that minor rotation that we mentioned earlier. What about Wallaceburg, says Candy? We just mentioned it. Wallaceburg's doing all right. Some strong winds in there, but nothing too wild from what we can tell. 8% TOR on that cell right there. That's basically right underneath the radar right now. We don't really have a good look at what's happening with the particular radar. I'm going to move this over a bit. Let's see here. Oh. Interesting. Jojo, I don't think anything too interesting is happening way over by Temiskaming Shores. Or Temiskaming Shore. I don't think anything that interesting is happening over here. Yeah, just some rain. There's nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting going on over here, from what I can tell. Yeah, there's just some rain. You're okay. Could be some gusty winds in there. That's about it. A lot of those 17 tilts are folded. The velocity's folded on them. So there is a way for us to unfold it, but it's really tricky. I should show you some stuff we've been working on here, actually. I wonder if I can... I wonder. Let me see here. I'm going to switch to just a camera of me. Sorry, this is what you get. My bad. I'm going to pull something up in the background here. Okay. I think should be good. Let's see. Should this work? I think so. All right. Let's go back here. Okay, so this is actually not... This is a different version of Instant Weather Pro right here. Slightly different version, but we've got some cool stuff here that we're going to be adding. Let me show you what we're doing here. So let me go to... also, too, you might be able to tell that the city names are different. We're actually producing these in-house now. So this is a totally different version of Instant Weather Pro. And let me show you some cool stuff we're doing. How about this? You can do a cross-section now. Oh, oopsie. It might not show up properly. It's going to be cut off, but yeah. Cross-section now. Pretty cool. So you can get across. You can actually change the rotation of the cross-section. It's automatically rendering the different angles of it, which is pretty cool. So cross-section, yay. Useful tool for those who are deep into radar analysis. What else? Oh, we've added some more products. So here's reflectivity. Here's velocity. Here's storm relative velocity. Here's correlation coefficient, of course. Here's a hail differential. Here's a tornado debris signature. This is a TDS product. Obviously, there's none right now. Or is there? There's little blips, but nothing too wild. So we have we're experimenting with it. We're testing it with Dr. Sills, a tornado debris signature product. So if I go to like historical tornadoes, you can actually see that this actually works for tornado debris signatures. So it's a pretty useful tool. You can't see it right now because there's nothing much going on. We also have we added spectrum width as well. We got spectrum width now, and then back to reflectivity. So so those tools are coming, which is and there's also some more stuff in the menu where you can actually change the city labels. You can lower the population of the city labels or higher. So you can see those changing in real time. What else? There's quite a few things we're working on here. What else? That might be it for now, but there's a lot of cool stuff that we're working on. Anyway, so cross sections are coming to Instant Weather Pro. A tornado debris signature product that's coming in, so it might help you pick out. Yeah, there's actually a tornado debris signature on a particular storm. So anyway, I'm gonna go back to the regular version of Instant Weather Pro here. Actually, not a regular version; it's our min version, so I can notify people. But that stuff's coming. Severe thunderstorm watch still in effect for Windsor, Leamington, and Essex County, says that turtle guy. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Okay, back to the storms. Interesting. Is that okay? Yeah. I'm gonna go take a look at that, Dalton. He's taking a look at our storm here in the south. I think he's looking at Detroit. Okay. And so tilt 1 is kind of boring, but he's saying tilt 2 is interesting. And is he on SRV? Yeah. Go to tilt 2. Something's going on with the admin version of our. I wonder if I just go to the straight regular version. If it would be any different. Let me test that out here. Going back to a camera with me. Hi. I want to see something. Aha. Okay. Let me jump back to this. This will be a little bit busier. Okay, let me turn off the instant updates. There we go. Actually, turn off all alerts. There we go. Okay. Let's go back down to... There we go. I don't know if you noticed as well, too, we have the lake outline now, which is super useful when you're looking at radar to be able to see exactly where the waterfront is and not. So that has been added to Instant Weather Pro. Okay, where was I? Tilt 2. Why does it hate me? It likes everybody else. What did I do? Tilt 2 seems to hate me. Everybody else is loading it, no problem. Okay, fine. Fine, be that way. There seems to be a bug for me for Tilt 2. I don't know why. I know we're processing it, so it should just load like within milliseconds. But oh yeah. Good call. What tilt is that? Is that 1? Let's go back and look at. Oh yeah, look at this. Whoa! Wild winds right here, 101 kilometers an hour, right near Thames Road. Heading right towards the Exeter radar. Whoa, it's going straight towards the Exeter radar. 100 kilometer an hour. Green is away. Or no, green should be. Is green towards? Or is green away? That's it. Definitely heading towards the radar. Hoping Exeter doesn't get taken out by those winds. Yeah, I mean, it should be able to handle 100, but yeah, 95, 101, 101.16, 101.16 kilometer an hour. Red is away. Okay, makes sense. Green's towards, red's away. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, obviously, it's that heading straight towards it. I thought it was green. I always think of like green is go and red is stop. I always think like green towards. You don't talk about it often enough. It starts to fizzle in your brain, or at least in mine. Oh, yeah, it's definitely outflow, but it's flying. It is flying. Let's go look at different tilts here. Let's go tilt 2, tilt 3, tilt 4. It's on every tilt. Tilt 5, tilt 6. Tilt 7 will be noisy. Yeah, tilt 8 will be noisy. 9, 10, 11, 12. It's on tilt 12. It's on tilt 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay. Yep. That is definitely some pretty strong winds heading in Exeter. If you're in Exeter right now, I would be probably taking shelter with that storm, I would think. Is that in our polygon? Let me find out. That is definitely under a severe thunderstorm warning right now, which is good. But yeah, I'm gonna do a polygon on this one. Let me go back to here. Oh, it is inside our polygon, barely. Interesting. SRV kind of tries to turn it into a little bit of rotation, but not really. But yeah, that is cooking towards the radar. Let's see exactly which way it's going. It's actually moving northeast. You can tell. Yeah, it's moving northeast. So I'm going to create a polygon for that one. Let's go create track right here. And then go back to here. Yep. And then I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click the bus button. There we are. There is our polygon. So again, we want to make them wider. Something like that seems pretty good. Just in case it shifts, right? Okay. Go plus. What's our description look like? Carefully monitor storm located 22 kilometers northwest of Stratford, near Huron East, traveling east northeast at 78 kilometers an hour. Maintains that speed and direction. Will reach Stratford by 4:32. Let's see here. It's so isolated. I almost want to. I'm going to refresh this. I want to start again. Starting again. Did we get a new frame? We did. It's already passed. Right here. 16% Tor on that cell? Really? Look at the hail, by the way, down here. Heading towards Woodham. That's looking pretty nasty. I think that's going to come out the other side pretty strong. Setting right towards Monroe. Okay, we have an exact direction right now. So let's actually create a very narrow track. So let's go here, and let's go back one frame, and let's go here. And then let's go like this, and bada bam. Okay. That looks about right. Let's just see what this looks like. Carefully monitor storm located 29 kilometers west of Stratford near Seaforth. Traveling near Seaforth. Interesting. What? I would say it's more near Exeter. But yeah. Near Exeter. Traveling. What? Northeast. Wind gust at 155. I'll say 90. Or greater. Get rid of all that. Please be safe in the path of the storm. Looks good to me. All right, and wind risk seems fine. Let's go orange. Damaging wind risk. Okay, send that out. Okay, sent. 5,000 people just got that notification. Those really strong winds heading that way. They look like they're cooking. Get rid of that polygon. I think I can probably get rid of this one. Which one is that one? That was the Lambton Shores one. No. That was the 305 one. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of that one. See what else we got here. Damaging wind. There's our live stream coverage. Cool. All right. Back to this one over here in Essex. What are we at here? Down to a 1%. Might scrap that one too if that storm doesn't get any more interesting. See what Cleveland's looking at it. Over by Tilbury. Not that exciting right now. Might scrap that polygon. I think I just scrapped that one. How do you pronounce this? Is this? I don't know if this is going to come up in here.
Farquhar.
Farquhar it is. I might start using that as a slur. As a swear word. Holy Farquhar. Maybe not. Probably shouldn't do that. Let's see here. Oh, Paxton says he might have had a gust NATO briefly. Feature is gone now. Very heavy rain right now. Strong outflow. Lots of hail. Interesting. The team's giving me a hard time now. Sorry, I didn't mean slur. I meant swear word. I can start using that as a alternative to a swear word. Slur was definitely the wrong word. Whoopsie. Melissa says Adam cheating with AI instead of taking that risk himself. Yeah, like we're using a model to figure out how to pronounce things. So close to Farquhar. Isn't that a character in Shrek? Is there a character in Shrek named Farquhar?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is? Oh, well, there you go. I prefer when Adam guesses. More fun for us that way. Okay, listen. Here's the deal. From now on, I'm going to guess first. Oh, it's that guy? Okay. Is that Farquad? Is it quad? Farquad? Farquad or Farquhar? Anyways, from now on, I'm going to guess first. Oh, Lord Farquhar. We need the amusement of your guesses. Aha. Okay. So from now on, Stormy Girl says it's Lord Farquaad. Oh, it is quad. Farquaad. Aha. So it isn't quar, it's quad. Okay, from now on, I'm going to guess first and then click the button second. Deal? Is it a deal? So we still have my brutal guesses followed by something that's probably more accurate. How do you pronounce? Okay, here we go. Lucan, Biddulph. Biddulph? Lucan Biddulph. I don't even know if this is going to come up. It might be too small. Let's see. Lucan Biddulph. It didn't come up. Brennan says, my mispronunciation of towns is another place where my ADHD shines. Good. That's still looking interesting over here. 87.48. I've only ever heard it called Lucan. Yeah, that's what I thought. I said it right? Sweet. This pleases the crowd. Thank you. Hi, Jennifer. Oh, my goodness. Okay. What? 23% torn on what? On this? Yeah, I see that. It's too close to radar to really get a good look at it. We can go higher. Let's go up and storm. Tilt 2, tilt 3, tilt 4, tilt 5, tilt 6, tilt 7. There goes to Noise Town. Tilt 8, tilt 9, 10. Oh boy. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and tilt 17. Okay. This is interesting right here. Back to tilt 1. That's right on top of the radar, so it's tricky to get a good look at it. I noticed too. Excuse me, with the IW Storm Risk, when something turns into more of a line, for some reason the percentages get a little bit inflated. 23%. They seem to be a bit more accurate when it's like an individual storm. When it turns into a line, it gets a little bit inflated, I think. One thing I've noticed. I wonder if we can tweak that. We could say, if it's a line, ease up on the Tor percentage. We could probably add that logic to it. Melissa says, Adam is used to having them all in his ear trying to rein in the ADHD side quests. Yeah. I used to wear the headphones. I took them out. I have my speaker here, so like Brennan can talk to me. It's fine. But for the most part, I just look in the team chat. It's easier that way. So if Brennan talks, you'll be able to hear him. Because he's just in my speaker. He's not in my ear. Just going psst. Like I'm a cat. Okay, let's see here. By the way, let your cat know that I said psst. Let me refresh this. Lindsay says, joke's on you. We just send them on our own ADHD side quests. That's funny. You got another cat? No, I don't have a cat. I'm catless now. I got 2 Dachshunds though. They're cute. Two cute Dachshunds. Excuse me. Oh boy, Brennan. Oh boy. Good Lord. I have to talk to the HR department on that one. Looks like there's some hail in Varney. Varney. Looks like pea hail. Pea-size hail. But I keep yawning. I need more oxygen. Is there enough oxygen down here? Uh-oh. So I got one of those little CO2 monitors. And it's blinking right now. It's at 1,032 ppm. I need more oxygen in this room. Maybe that's why I'm always yawning on the live streams, because there's too much CO2 in this room. I just fill up this room with my breath for hours, and then I'm sitting here yawning, going, why am I yawning so much on the live stream? It's because there's literally not enough oxygen in this room. Should probably open a window. Interesting. Where's that? I'm gonna eat one of my kids' Chewy bars. 1,000's not great. Like, anything under 800 is considered normal, I think. 1,037. It has a thing that says bad. It's not really bad yet. Something going on right here. Near Glen Oak? Ouch, you got hit by hail? Be careful, Paxton. Yeah, this east of Napier is looking pretty interesting on storm relative velocity. See what Tilt 2 is doing. Tilt 2 actually looks pretty solid. Tilt 2 looks pretty solid in SRV. This is that kind of moment I should probably create a polygon just proactively. You know? Let's see which way it's going. Moving pretty much due east. Let's see here. I'm going to create a track. Back a frame. Right about there. That looks pretty good to me. It's trying to take a little bit more southeast on the latest track. They're close. What time is it? 4:05? So it's 4:12. So we get a new frame real soon. Yeah, it is going southeast. Ah, nailed it. Okay, one sec here. Redo my track. Yeah, this one is good. Right here. That looks about right. I'm going to move this right about here. This is going to pass south of London, I think. Carefully minor storm located 7.1 kilometers south of Strathroy. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So far, so good. Traveling east at 72 kilometers an hour, maintains that direction to reach Mount Bridges by 4:20. London by 4:35. It's going to miss London. Oh, I see. London's in my polygon. We need to tweak that logic. So it really just focuses on the actual line itself. Right? Got to tweak that logic. That's the first time we've been using it, so. I'll just do the Mount Bridges one, assuming Mount Bridges is in the path. Yeah, that's right. Maybe not even. We got to tweak that. So my wind gusts at 125. Where are we getting 125 from? Yeah. Latest frame looks good. Yep. It's actually more like right here. Stop with the rotation. Give me the polygon. There we go. Right there. Right there. And is it moving more to the northeast? See, my original track was northeast. Oh, it's going like that. Okay. It's going to pass south of London, but it's... I'm going to rotate this slightly. Move my rotation point to here. And I'm going to rotate this just a little bit. Maybe like that. So... okay. Let me kill that and redo it. Okay, it's traveling east, 65 kilometers an hour. I'm going to write, it should pass south of London as it tracks to the east. Is that right? It should pass south of London. It's actually kind of going that way. Ooh, it's going to be close. I'm going to say it should pass south of London, but it could be close. South of London. But if it moves just slightly to the north, it could affect southern London. %5 Tor on that one right now. Okay, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to switch this to minor rotation. Looks good to me. Minor rotation detected. I'm going blue. And I think that's fine. Yeah, I think that looks good. Let's change the expiration to 1 hour. Maybe an hour and a half. Actually, let's go 2. I like to manually remove those. Let's go to test. Okay, looks good. All right, sending to 6,325 people. and 52 text message subscribers. It's got a little hook on it there. Okay, let's go back to more full screen. And I can show you. It's got a little hook right here. See this little hook? And that. And there's definitely rotation right there. And if I go to storm relative velocity, you can really see it. If I go to tilt 2, it's there. Tilt 3, it's there. Yeah. So a little bit of minor rotation there heading through areas south of London, heading towards Delaware. Yeah, really got to adjust our logic there where it takes the storm track and it finds the locations that are right along the track instead of just finding the locations that are just in the general polygon. I think that makes more sense. So we'll work on that. This is interesting here. Oh, and some really strong winds up here. What do we got? What? Where'd it go? Come back. 86 kilometers an hour near Cherry Grove right now. That's pretty gusty. Yeah, look at that nasty cell. Oof. So for those who are like, where are these storms going to come? They're magically going to come out of thin air? Actually, no, they're coming out of thick air. Thick being humid air. Full of precipitation. Or full of moisture, for that matter. Good. Storms are bad. I'm good. This one's got a decent amount of hail on it. This Fletcher storm. 3% Tor. That's a decent little cell right there. Storms are bad. I'm good. Good. It can't take me anywhere. Thunder in Midland. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. 1071. My CO2 levels are going up. Blinking at me. Oh boy. Yeah, you can hear it. That lightning thunder you're hearing is probably over near Meaford, it looks like. But it's kind of heading your way. Looks like Barry's going to get into a thunderstorm soon. Oh, what's going on here? Near Wartburg. I got to put it back on regular velocity more so I can really keep an eye on. Huh. That's interesting right there. People always ask, can you do tutorials on how to read radar? It's like, just watch the live stream. That's all we do for hours. Just look at radar, analyze features, go, is that something? Literally all we do. Thanks to everybody who signed the letter to the Federal Minister of Environment Canada regarding them getting rid of the... Uh-oh, this doesn't look good. Getting rid of the... Whoa, look at that. 91 here near Valletta. Is it Valletta? Let's see.
Valletta.
Yeah. Called it. Got it, see? Upgraded to a warning in Chatham. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Okay. Why is this giving me a hard time? I'm using an experimental version of Instant Weather Pro. That's we use for our notifications. It's about time. We used to have to do it through Mosaic Radar. It was brutal for so very long. Yeah, that storm is really starting to cook here. Look at that storm. That is a nasty looking storm here. It looks way worse from Detroit, I think. Let that load. Why? Hold on. Let's see. Oh, this is too far from it now. What about Exeter? What are percentages we got here? 29% severe hail on that storm. 4% tornado. 16% severe wind. Yeah, it is cooking pretty good. Let's go back a frame. Over to storm relative velocity. Where was I seeing those strong winds from? Was it from Exeter? No. Oh, it was. It was from Exeter 1 frame ago. Okay. I see. So it really kicked it up right about there and then drop back down. Let's see what Tilt 2's working with. Good. Thanks, Dalton. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning for Chatham-Kent. Probably for this storm, I would think. Yeah, severe thunderstorm warning. Let's see what they say. Let me back that up so you can see. Blah, blah, blah. Very strong wind gusts and nickel to ping pong ball sized hail. Severe thunderstorm was located 5 kilometers southeast of Payne Court, moving east at 70 kilometers an hour. Yeah, up to ping pong ball sized hail. Everybody say ping pong ball 3 times fast and go. Now you know my pain. Ping pong ball, ping pong ball, ping pong ball. Ping pong ball. I can just picture the 1,600 people that are on our live stream going ping pong ball, ping pong ball. It'd be hilarious too if you're like watching the live stream, like you're sitting with your family and everybody's like on their iPads and you're watching the live stream with like your headphones in, and then you start going ping pong ball, ping pong ball. We're gonna get some people committed here. Let's see here. This is probably not true, but let me know if it is. OPP reporting tornado in area of Granton. True? Granton? Where's Granton? Anybody? Can somebody follow up on that? Granton. And OPP's reporting it? Can anybody in the team check that while I go look at Granton? Oh, it's Lucan, basically? OPP is reporting a tornado near Lucan. I don't think so. Unless it was earlier, maybe? No, I don't think so. Excuse me. And 83. Continue to rise in CO2. Granton is north of London, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see anything that suggests that that's a real report. So take it with a grain of salt right now, folks. Lucan is famous for little tornadoes, but yeah, I don't know. Nothing. And you said right now this would have happened earlier. Can anybody confirm that? Has anybody looked to see? Nothing. OPP West. Yeah, I don't know. Where are you seeing this report, by the way? Who sent that report in? We've been trolled before in the past many times, so we have to keep that in mind. There's some people that like to come on our live stream and troll us with fake reports. Looks like a team member of ours has. I see. That is Ian. Tornado warning. So maybe it was reported. Okay, tornado warning for London. Let's go look at the latest frame. Could it be? Maybe it was this. Maybe it's this, right? This is the only thing I'm thinking that could be. Yeah, that right there. This hook right here. I think that has potential. 6% tornado risk on it. We already did minor rotation on it. So I think that's probably what they're notifying, or they're notifying this. Maybe I should go read the details. How about that? Tornado warning, red level. Barber County meteorologist tracking a thunderstorm is possibly producing a tornado. Let's see what the details say. And locally intense rainfall. What's this? Metcalf? A tree down in Metcalf? Okay. Where are the details? There's no human details. So they haven't written the details in yet. Okay. Very dangerous, potentially life-threatening situation. Which storm is it? To me, I would think it's the one that we said rotation on, but this one right here. I would think it's this one, right? I think it's probably a good time to go live on Ontario Stormwatch. I'm going to go do that right now. We usually go live when tornado warnings are issued. There we go. All right, I'm going to light those up right now. Okay. So we have just gone live on Ontario Stormwatch. We've gone live on Instant Weather Ontario on X/Twitter, and we've gone live on Instant Weather Ontario. Environment Canada has issued a tornado warning on this particular cell. I'm assuming, it's hard to tell because there's not a lot of details here. It was the same cell we did minor rotation on here. That is basically near Lambeth. Is that how you pronounce it? Let's find out. No, it doesn't like it. Okay. I believe it's this part of the cell. So this would be the storm that is passing through southern London, I would think. Because a few frames ago, it was looking pretty wild. Right there. And then we went minor rotation on it. Let's see here. I mean, you can see that rotation right there. And yeah, so that's why we went minor rotation on this particular storm. We have leaves coming down here, says Dalton. And I believe Dalton is in the Chatham-Kent area. Or no, he's actually further to the south, I believe. This particular storm down here as well is looking mighty, mighty potent. That's the one heading towards, is it Blenheim? We're going to find out.
Blenheim.
Touche. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty looking storm right there as well. We went minor rotation on that one. There's let's see what the percentages are in Instant Weather Pro here. 52% total severe risk, 10% tornado risk on that particular cell. Some folks said they got a tornado warning in St. Thomas. You actually are not in a tornado warning in St. Thomas right now. You're just close to a tornado warning, so that's why you're getting it on your phone. But as you can see here in the outline of red, to clarify, folks who are in pretty much every area here, they're fine. If you're in North Middlesex, if you're in Lucan, if you're in Ilderton, there's no issue there right now. The storm is here at the moment. So this is the current radar frame, and I believe this is the storm that they're referring to. But we did hear someone say that the OPP reported a tornado in Lucan, and so that would be interesting if that's actually what's got Environment Canada to issue the tornado warning. But we mentioned minor rotation back here quite a bit ago. Let's see, minor rotation detected at 4:16, and then the storm moved to the east, and now it is the tornado warning was issued at 4:29. Oh, we did get. Here we go. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 7 kilometers southeast of Komoka Provincial Park, moving east at 70 kilometers an hour. 7 kilometers southeast of Komoka Provincial Park. Yeah, so it is this storm. Okay, that's what I thought. So they tornado warned this particular storm here. So, yeah, this particular one. So if you are in southern London, basically, down by White Oak, Westminster, this is the area of the storm they're referring to. It's the one that was near Komoka, and now it's heading. Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Oh, I got to fix my Zoom. Sorry. Thank you, Brennan. Let me see how to pronounce it.
Komoka.
I thought so. Komoka. Okay, so yeah. So most of London, you're fine. Very, very, very South London, I would be probably getting to a safe place with that. Let's see here. Oh, is that Cleveland? Oh, okay. The overall rotation has weakened some. It doesn't look as good as it did earlier. It looked a lot more interesting here. Actually, here it looked interesting. It looked interesting here, and that's when we sent out our custom notification. And then it still looked interesting. It looked interesting enough that Environment Canada issued a tornado warning right there. And then it's pretty broad at the moment. Let's go check on a few other storms. I want to take a look at this storm down here south of Chatham, Kent. This one is actually looking pretty nasty. It's about to leave my polygon too. This Blenheim one. What is it at? 9% tornado risk on it on Instant Weather Pro. It's got quite a hail core on it. Yeah, tilt 2 looks decent. Let's see what it looks like on storm relative velocity. Not as impressive. You take the motion out of it, and it doesn't look as impressive. It's got some broad rotation here, but not too exciting. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm surprised that they went tornado warning on that. I mean, to some degree. Obviously, we did post about minor rotation on that cell, so we were obviously thinking it had some tornado potential on it. But third warning in London. Oh yeah, it's just gonna go off like crazy. To clarify, St. Thomas, you're fine. I know you got the tornado warning. You're fine. The tornado warning is not even for St. Thomas. You're just close enough. You're close enough to a cell tower that's inside of the tornado warning that you got a tornado warning as well. You're just getting a proximity warning. You're not actually, if you look at the details, that's the thing that was frustrating is sometimes you get that tornado warning and it doesn't actually say where it's for. It's like, can you just put those details in there? That would be fantastic. Can somebody out there, somewhere, put those details in there? That'd be great. This cell up here is interesting. Could be some strong winds there to the northeast of London, heading towards Woodstock at the moment. That's weird, Cody. 6 frames? How are you getting that? That is weird. That is so strange. Every time I look at mine, it says like 400 megs. That's so weird that you're having that. That is so strange. Okay. I'll have to look into that for Cody. There's a little bit of there's some interesting shear happening down here. Areas west of St. Thomas. Pretty messy, though. Yeah, so I don't know how long Environment Canada is going to hold on to this tornado warning here. Velocity looks quite broad. I would still, if you're in the Lambeth, White Oak, Broccoli area, I'd still be on high alert with that one for sure. Don't be outside, for one. Someone said tornado warning for Woodstock. No, you're just in close proximity. Or did they extend it to the east? And it just hasn't updated here yet. Did they extend it? This is kind of interesting here.
They didn't extend it, but
You think it's proximity?
tornado.
Sorry, say it again.
There's a tornado risk.
Sorry, you keep getting.
severe weather.
Oh, there's a tornado risk mentioned for Woodstock. I see. So if I go to the severe thunderstorm warning, and they say 90-kilometer-an-hour wind gusts and risk of a tornado. So there's no tornado warning for Woodstock at the moment, but there is a risk of a tornado mentioned in the severe thunderstorm warning. So it's really good to. Oh, did you get mass echo on Brennan? Everybody says Brennan's echoing. Yeah, because he's coming through my speaker, and then there's an echo when I talk. If I need to remove the echo cancel, I need to put echo cancellation on. 1 second here. Echo cancellation. There, I turned it on. I removed. Now, is it better now? It should be better now.
A bit better. I can hear a little bit. Okay, it's good now.
It's good now. Okay, yeah. It's got it cut off. So now I can hear you way better now too, which is good. You were like getting cut off. Whoa! Speaking of Woodstock, yeah, Woodstock needs to take shelter now. Here we go. Woodstock needs to take shelter right about now. I am going to click this and do a notification right now. Tornado potential for Woodstock, I would think. Let's see exactly which way it's going. Yeah, I would think so. Tornado potential for Woodstock right about now. Let's go orange. And let's go tornado potential. We've detected tornado potential with storm. 1 second here. Let me see exactly where it is. Storm tracking east towards Woodstock. Yeah, Woodstock needs to take shelter immediately. Let's kill this one. Let's create a new one. Let's go back down and go tornado potential. Okay. Put the storm tracking east into Woodstock. Somebody message Harry, please. We're going orange. 439 right now. I'm going to send that to 5,448 people immediately. Let me just make sure it says the direction. Tracking east. Okay, perfect. And sent. Yeah. Oh, that's starting to rotate pretty good too. Okay, I'm going to get on that one. Yeah, Woodstock needs to take shelter immediately. If I go to storm relative velocity, you can see that couplet right there. Yeah, Woodstock needs to take shelter immediately. That's where that polygon came from. And now I'm going to go and take a look at that storm we're talking about down here near Erie Beach. And that's definitely looking, it's still inside of my rotation polygon, by the way. You click here on Blenheim, you can see minor rotation detected. So I still got that. It's still in my polygon. Always on the edge of polygons. What was that, Cleveland? Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's tilt 1. Tilt 1's really broad. Tilt 2 is interesting, though. Yeah. Right where that hail core is. But that looks interesting. That's SRV. What does regular velocity look like? Let's see. Oopsie. I'm going to refresh this. Give me 1 second. Oh, boy, folks. Hope everybody's staying safe with these storms. Really kicking it up a notch here. Sorry, someone just mentioned rotation. Hey, Adam, rotation near Drayton, Bosworth via Exeter. SRV tilt 1 near Drayton. Okay, I'll take a look at that. Give me just 1 second. Just wanted to take a look at this. This is 19% tornado risk on this storm. And I really don't like tilt 2 here. I'm going to create a track. So I'm going to go create track. And 1 second here. Let me go back to, which one's closer to it, actually? It's hard to say. I think it's pretty much about to go over the water, right? Yeah. But it's still going to be in the path here. So Yeah, I'm going to go click on this one, create track right here. And I'm going to go back a couple frames to here. There's my track. I'm going to create a polygon on that one. Perfect. Polygon to the water. Close enough. Let me move that back a bit. Something like this. Just want to make sure folks in that particular area know what's going on. Sorry, you couldn't see everything I'm looking at here. Carefully monitor storm. 18 kilometers southeast of Chatham, traveling east-northeast of 54 kilometers towards Lake Erie. I'm going to say rotation detected. Okay. I want to see exactly where it is. Hold on. It's right near Blenheim, right? Yeah. Erie Beach. Okay. Near Erie Beach. Traveling east-northeast. 54 kilometers an hour towards Lake Erie. Okay. That looks good. Rotation detected. I want to make sure it's orange. And I'm going to send it to 451 people in that polygon. Perfect. And it's sent. There we go. If you are not getting these notifications from us, then you don't have our free app. You might want to go download it. We're just about to launch a brand new version of our free app. We rebuilt it from the ground up. It is spectacular, and we're super, super proud and excited about it. So you can download that at instantweatherapp.com. I'm still concerned with what I saw up near going towards Woodstock. So I'm going to go take a look at that right now. Let me just get rid of that. Let's go back to Exeter, and let's go take a look for our friends in Woodstock, because that storm was looking pretty nasty. Ooh, boy. That's looking pretty nasty. Let's go to tilt 1. Oh, yeah. I mean, that might just be a downburst, but just a downburst. It is a dangerous storm heading into Woodstock, nonetheless. Going into Woodstock right now, dangerous storm heading just north of Ingersoll. I mean, most of the storm is moving through Ingersoll as well, too, but 92 kilometer an hour wind gust has been registered from, is that Alex? Yeah. It's not good. It's 5% tornado risk, 13% severe wind risk going into Woodstock on that storm right now. Still concerned with it. I don't like the look of that storm. Environment Canada has a severe thunderstorm warning for that particular storm. And it does mention the risk of a tornado inside of the warning. Right now, this could, yeah, there's something going on there. Let me go to storm relative velocity. I mean, yeah, you can see the rotation here. Let's see what tilt 2 is doing. What's tilt 3 doing? Tilt 4, tilt 5, tilt 6. Still, tilt 7 is going to be noisy. Watch this. Yeah. Tilt 8, noisy, and then back. We have all 17 tilts of Canadian radar here on Instant Weather Pro. If you want to subscribe to Instant Weather Pro, you can do so at instantweatherpro.com. We built it originally for the Northern Tornadoes Project to use, but also for us to use on our live streams. And it's been a great tool. It's been fantastic. What's going on south of St. Thomas here? Interesting. A lot of shear on that line. I don't think it's as interesting as it looks, maybe.
Tornado warning for Woodstock.
Makes perfect sense. Tornado warning has now been issued for Woodstock. If you are in Woodstock, I would be getting to your safe place. I still don't like what I'm seeing here down by Erie Beach, and that is tracking to the east. Things have certainly got interesting here. Thank you for that update, Brennan. Yeah, still looking pretty potent here going through Shrewsbury, Erio. I think it's Erio. Let's find out. And Rondeau Provincial Park. Let's find out on that one, too. No, I didn't want to pronounce that. It's not in our database. So, okay, we have to work on that. 23% tornado risk on that storm heading through Shrewsbury, Erio, Rondeau Provincial Park. So this storm is actually looking quite dangerous right now. If you are southeast of Blenheim and you're near Erie Beach, Shrewsbury, Rondu Provincial Park. This is basically isn't this exactly where Dalton is? I hope he's all right. Oh, Rondo. Thank you very much, Lindsay. Appreciate it. Rondo. Yeah, if you're in those areas, it will be moving over the water soon, but right now it is pretty nasty. Again, I don't like what I'm seeing up here by Woodstock. Woodstock is now under a tornado warning. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. That could be probably minor. I think maybe that's minor. Sorry, I'm just talking to the team about something. This is going into Woodstock. It's looking pretty nasty right now. I would be taking shelter in Woodstock with that particular storm. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Yeah, this is what the team is talking about right now in Norman. Oh, somebody just gave me a Jays update. 5-0. We're winning right now. That's good news within all this not great news. Go Jays, go. And so maybe a little bit of minor rotation on that going into Norman near the St. Thomas area. It's really messy reflectivity wise. Looks pretty messy. I kind of want to go minor on it though. I think it's just noise though. Oh boy. Yeah. So if you're in Woodstock, please take shelter with that storm. It looks like it's pretty nasty. Someone's asking about London. London's fine. You're good. If you're in London, you're good to go. If you want to hang out on the live stream, be my guest. But yeah. What? There's a shelter in place for Western University? Is that because of the tornado warning?
They're in London.
I get that. It just got issued?
I think so, because there was some other Western University alerts that came through. But
A little
they
bit
messed it up
behind the ball there.
They forgot the location the first time.
I see. Well, London's fine. So if you just got, London's fine. That's why we call ourselves instant weather. We're on the ball here. So, Woodstock's looking more and more like a downburst, but it's probably super nasty right now in Woodstock right now. I turned Woodstock and downburst into one word there. Woodstock's looking more and more. It's looking like a downburst, but it's probably really nasty out right now. Somebody said they're using Internet Explorer over there. Okay. So this has just updated with a new frame. And yeah, I don't think I'm glad I didn't go minor on this. I think this is pretty weak. Yeah, this is all pretty weak. This is just a bunch of shear, but it doesn't look like anything too spectacular. What are we at here? 30% tornado risk from IW Storm Risk here on the Erio storm. 30%. It's about to head over Lake Erie, but that is a nasty, nasty cell right there. Doesn't look as bad on this latest frame. Okay. Not as bad. Nonetheless, if you're in Erio, if you're in Rondo Provincial Park, Shrewsbury area, I'd take shelter until that storm passes. That storm has been looking quite nasty. This one looks interesting. There's a bunch of little isolated cells here. This one's got some hail on it southeast of Tilbury, heading towards Merlin at the moment. What's it at here? Only 1% tornado risk on that particular storm. Point Pelee just had a pretty nasty storm go through. Bunch of hail. Went through Point Pelee there. But it's heading out over the water as well. Pelee Island might see some storms shortly. The Jays are up 8-0 now. Okay. Breaking news. Jays are up 8-0. This is you come here for your weather and sports info. That's right. Instant Sports is our new endeavor. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing at Woodstock. I've been to Woodstock many times, and I bet you right now it is, just looking at this radar, it is absolutely nasty in Woodstock right now. Trees could be falling. I would definitely be in a safe place in Woodstock. Definitely inside at the minimum.
Looks like they dropped the warning for London.
just as Western University issues a shelter in place, the tornado warning has been dropped for London, which makes perfect sense because London's fine. Let's see what's going on down here. That Port Stanley cell. Today got pretty interesting. This morning we were like, is it going to be interesting? Is it not? I don't know. But yeah, it got interesting. Some pretty strong winds here on the backside of the storm southeast of Arthur. Seeing 90 kilometers an hour there. You can see the 90 at the very top corner of my screen. I know you can't. Maybe you can. Oh, no, it's cut off. 8,125 people joining us on the live stream right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. My name is Adam. I am the founder and director of Instant Weather. You might know us as Ontario Storm Watch. You might know us as Instant Weather. We've been doing this since 2013. We've got Brennan here with us. We've got Atlanta as well. Everybody in the chats right now. Everybody's on the ball, and I appreciate it. So kudos to the team. This is just a warm-up, folks. This is just a warm-up. We've got a whole season to go, and we're just getting started. So we'll try our best to live stream as much as we can when things are significant. We can't always do it. So I know some folks always say, well, if you guys are live, then we know things are getting wild. And that's fair. But if we're not live and you're like, okay, well, there's a training warning, but they're not live, so maybe it's not so bad. Don't base us being live on if you should be taking shelter. If there's an alert for your area, you should take shelter. We do have a free app. You can download it, instantweatherapp.com. It is free, or just search for Instant Weather on the App Store or on the Google Play Store. The new version of it is coming in like a week and a half-ish. We said, we're saying June 1st is the launch date, but it's coming soon. So, by the way, for those who like the old app, we built the old app into the new app. Oh, sorry. We built the old app into the new app. So this is actually the new app, but we also built the old app into the new app. But you can also switch to the new app, which looks like this. Won't go into too much detail, but yeah. The new app is sweet. Anyways, but I know a lot of folks really like the old version of the app, so we thought, hey, we'll give you the option in both. You can get the new app, but you can still use the old app. Why not? Okay. Anna says, thank you for keeping everyone safe. It's our very pleasure. It's been a wild ride these past 13 years, and we really appreciate everybody's support. Without you, none of this would be possible. So thank you so much to this wonderful community. I still think Woodstock is probably pretty nasty right now. I'm sure folks around this particular polygon have received the tornado warning and are wondering if they are in the path of what's happening at the moment. The strongest signal we're seeing right now is what's going through Woodstock and moving to the east. It'll eventually head towards Paris and the Brantford area. It looks to me, just based on radar, it's looking like a downburst. And downbursts they can be just as dangerous as a tornado, if not way more widespread. So this looks like a downburst from what I can tell, but that doesn't mean you should be, it's just a downburst, we're fine. No, that's not the case. Matt. Oh, here, we just got an update. Okay. Still really strong winds heading to the east towards Gobles. One time I called it Gobbles, but I was quickly corrected. Let's see what the model says. It doesn't. No, it doesn't want to pronounce it. But I think it's Gobles. It's too bad it's not Gobbles. I think Gobbles would be much better. A lot of folks in Ingersoll are asking if they're okay. Ingersoll looks like it's pretty windy, but I don't think it's too significant. It looks like it's actually getting less windy now. So I think you're probably give it a little bit more time in Ingersoll. There's going to be some lightning. There's going to be some strong winds there. You want to give it a bit more time. But overall, I think you're probably doing okay. This storm was really nasty. I hope everybody in Rondo Provincial Park and Shrewsbury and the Erio area, southeast of Blenheim, are doing okay. That thing is just about to move over the water. I wonder what area Matt was talking about. And that's still at 18% tornado risk, but that's moving out over the water. So unless you're on the water, that's not a concern. Still really strong winds here going through the Woodstock area to the east. Okay. You want me to get rid of the minor rotation for the London area? Yes, I'll do it as soon as this part of the storm leaves. But yeah, still some pretty strong winds southeast of Ingersoll, tracking to the east. This all looks, again, from my perspective on this, I would think that this is a downburst, but its downbursts are still very dangerous. So I would still take this very seriously if you are in the path of that Woodstock storm. It is still looking quite nasty. And storms can go through cycles. So they can produce a tornado, and then they lift up, and all of a sudden the storm starts to outflow, and you have a big downburst, and then it can recycle again, and it can have a funnel cloud. Like, they can go through these cycles. So right now we just know this is a potent storm. It's still under a tornado warning from Environment Canada, and if you are in the path of this particular storm, so if you are east of Woodstock, Gobles, Brantford area, is it Burford? We're gonna find out. No, we're not. I gotta add all these little locations to the database so that the model can pick up on it and try to pronounce it. I see there's a power outage near Cedar Springs. That may be indicative of some damage down there. This is that near Erio? Looks like that may be near the Erio area. Again, thanks to everybody for joining us on the live stream. This is the first of probably many, but this is what we do. We sit around all winter and we wonder, I wonder what's going to be like when we live stream in the summer. Yeah, so it looks like there has been there's an outage on Hydro 1 from this particular storm. It looks like it was right along the waterfront. So right here, there is a power outage. So probably some damage from that storm. That storm looked like it was probably, you saw it right here. Like, look at that. There were some really high values there. 96 kilometers an hour I just saw. And so, so that was a really nasty storm that went from Merlin over towards Erie Beach and towards Erio. That's finally heading out over the water now. So that one is less of a concern. There is a storm in behind it near Dealtown and Merlin again. 7% tornado risk on that one as well. What's happening? This is like training storms with rotation. Let's take a look at that from Cleveland. Doesn't look as strong. Let's look at storm relative velocity to try to get a better perspective on it. No, nothing too wild. I totally missed this. Thank you so much for the super chat, Janine. I appreciate it. Or Jenny? I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. Can you please check Waterloo tornado warning? I can check Waterloo for you. I don't think there's a tornado warning for Waterloo. No. You're just near the tornado warning. So this happens a lot, and this is something we spend a lot of time on in our live streams, is helping people realize that you're not actually in the tornado warning just because you received it on your phone. I mean, the first thing you do, you receive it on your phone, you get that like Amber Alert sound, the brutal, scares the crap out of you. Go to a safe place first. Then come to our live stream or check our app and find out if you're actually in the tornado warning. Because Kitchener and Waterloo, you are not in the tornado warning. Now, you are in a damaging wind risk polygon that we did earlier, but we need to scrap that one. I'm going to do that right now. So damaging wind risk near Exeter, that one. Let's get rid of that. Near Exeter, yeah, let me scrap that one. And what else? That London one. Minor rotation detected. Let's get rid of that one. Okay, there's a few here we gotta get rid of. And so we send out these custom notifications through our free app, Instant Weather. And I've missed a whole bunch of stuff here, so sorry. Rosemary, thank you so much for the super chat. Leslie, thank you for becoming a new member on our YouTube channel. By the way, we're really trying to build up our YouTube channel. So if you're watching this on Facebook or you're watching this on Twitch or you're watching this on X, if you could come over to our YouTube channel at some point in time, we'd really appreciate it because we're trying to build it up. So if you can head over to YouTube and search for Instant Weather. 2 separate words, not Insta Weather, not like Instagram, but Instant Weather. 2 separate words. If you could come over and search for that on YouTube, you'll see that we're live there. And if you could hit the subscribe button, it's free. And huge thank you to those who have become members as well too. And Luigi coming to the super chat, thank you so much. Said, can you check Wallaceburg, please? Getting gnarly here. Oh, that was from earlier. Thank you so much. And Brown Cow, new member. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Side quest for Adam, stretch and hydrate. Yes, I do need to. We all need to stretch right now. Everybody stretch it out. Oh boy, I just saw a wild video that Lindsay shared with me. I'm going to check that out. Give me 1 second here. And thank you again, Jenny. Jenny? Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm probably ruining
The
it.
tornado warning has been dropped for Woodstock.
Oh, tornado warning has been dropped for Woodstock. Okay, that should probably come off of our screen pretty quickly. I'm just going to watch this video in the background. Did somebody just say it's fake? My son just sent me this video. I don't think that's a fake video. Like that is not AI generated. That's a legit video. Is it actually from Woodstock? I don't know. That video looks legit. Oh, it's from 2 years ago? Oh, it's from a derecho? Yeah. Good eye. Yeah, kill that from OSR, please. If we're sure. If we're absolute. Let's be absolutely sure first. My buddy Andrew's messaging me here. 1 second. He said he was out during that that Komoka alert. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Lindsay. Appreciate it. Thanks for the heads up, Paxton. Appreciate that. when we share, we have a team chat right on Messenger, and when we share reports with each other, sometimes people forget to mention that they're from like a different time. And so he said, before anybody loses it, I'm posting photos from earlier. Oh, looks like there is some damage from that one, or at least there's some hydro out from that one, from that rotation. Is that that was the one south of Strathroy? Okay. Yeah, that might be oh yeah. Dang. Yeah, there's an outage on Hydro 1 on that one. We should probably pull up the Hydro 1 map at some point in time and go and take a peek. The tornado warning has been dropped for Woodstock, so that's great news. Still some strong winds that are moving east on that particular storm. I would definitely, I'd be on alert with that line coming through. Storms are getting further and further from when they were expected to be the strongest based on our forecast map from earlier. Taking a look at that storm, that really nasty one that went over the water. We really hope folks south of Blenheim are doing okay because that storm looked really strong. The NTP is going to have their work cut out for them on this one. Lots of different places they're going to have to investigate, it seems like. Most of these storms are now out over the water, so I think I'm going to get rid of these polygons here. Good news for those who are... Oh! I think we're starting to get some rain in Barrie. What's going on here? Let me take a look at Barrie. Yeah. I guess it's... Here we go. Getting some heavier rain in Barrie now. This line is looking weaker and weaker, which is good. It's starting to get messy. And the only environment where we were really, really excited about was this deep southwestern Ontario. We thought maybe there's a little bit of risk in other areas. But we weren't too concerned.
Adam,
oh,
we have a
speaking of Bracebury,
request from Melissa. Can you ask Adam to check Dorchester, please? Hundreds of kids there for camp event.
Dorchester. That's is that Halliburton? Where's Dorchester again? I forget. Are you watching Bracebridge right now, Brennan? Remember some of the models had like a little bit of rotation going on up here, right? Interesting. Yeah, some pretty good.
Dorchester is east of London.
Oh, east of London. Okay. All right, I'll take a look here. What am I I'm thinking of Dorset. That's what I'm thinking of. Dorchester. Thames Center. Good. Check on Dorchester. I mean, you're fine. I hope you're fine. The storm's long gone. So, Dorchester's fine. Still some really strong winds going through Norwich here. 82-ish. Yeah, 82 kilometers an hour. That storm over the water is looking pretty nasty east of Rondo. Yeah, it's looking pretty wild there. But yeah, huge thank you to all those who have subscribed to Instant Weather Pro. It will be inside of our new app that we're just about to release. So the new free app's going to be excellent. I should show you all the new radar because I have it here. So let me switch over to single mode, and then we'll take a look at where these storms are going, actually. Take a look at single mode, and let's load up the Mosaic radar. I think I probably have to refresh this. And there it is. Okay, so here's the new radar that we're excited about. And a big reason I'm excited about the new radar is because it is super duper smooth. So if I hit play on this, watch this. Oh no, I've got it cranked to 4 times speed. Hold on, let me go back. Let me turn it to 1 times speed. There we go. 1 times speed looks nice. Smooth, right? So that is the new radar that you're going to see in our new updated Instant Weather app. You get to see super smooth, high resolution radar. And then it flips into the model here, and we get to see where these storms are going to go overnight. Oh, getting pretty windy here in Barrie. How about that? Isn't that cool? So that is the new radar. Switching to the model data, and you get to see those storms head out east overnight. So isn't that cool? Here, I'll zoom it in one more time. We can watch that storm go through the London area. How about that, eh? Isn't that something? It's been fun improving the app. It's been exciting because the current version of the app, the free radar is garbage. So, but the new version of the app, much better. We made a huge improvement. So, hopefully, you folks appreciate that. Can anyone update Tilsonburg? 2 alerts for tornado and shelter in place. There's no tornado warnings now. So if you're still getting them, it's just a glitch in the system. There are no active tornado warnings in Ontario or Canada for that matter. Norwich still seeing some pretty strong winds. The Woodstock warning probably went down to the one where it said there's still a risk of a tornado, but I'm not seeing any rotation. Done this for a long time. I'm not seeing any rotation on radar. Nothing super cellular at the moment as far as rotation's concerned. Yeah, just some strong winds. So certainly some strong winds out there. But that might be the show. Other than to see some strong winds go a little bit further to the east here. Mesoscale discussion there. Watch possible. 40% chance of a watch on the U.S. side of the border here. But that might have been the show. There's some pretty strong winds south of Guelph. Actually, there's some pretty strong winds around the Guelph area. 86 kilometers an hour, 83, 86. Are those elevated or not? It depends on the environment overall. But yeah, there's some pretty strong wind signatures there. Could be some pretty gusty winds. But let's actually take a look at the mesoanalysis. And let me just find that in the settings. There's a lot of settings in Instant Weather Pro here. Mesoanalysis. There we go. Let's take a look at supercell composite. Let's see what we got. Yeah, there's not much of an environment as we continue to the east. There's a little bit of supercell. A little bit. Nothing too wild. But a little bit of supercell out there. Still seeing some pretty strong winds up here towards Gravenhurst. What's that Bracebridge cell doing? Really, 5%? Interesting. Yeah. I don't know about that. Pretty weak so far. Who keeps messaging me? Yeah, so storm in Bracebridge is actually, it's not too bad. That whole line from Huntsville down to Gravenhurst. Looks like there could be some pretty gusty winds on that. But yeah, no tornado warnings in place right now, folks. Will they continue is probably a question on many people's minds. I'm a bit doubtful. Stranger things have happened, but I feel like the majority of what we were expecting to be pretty interesting probably already happened. Although in Harley here, radar is picking up a 96.48 kilometers an hour. So definitely if you are east of Woodstock, southeast of Woodstock, still see some really strong winds over here. Let's see what the severe thunderstorm warning says. 90 kilometer an hour wind gusts, and they're still talking about risk of a tornado with this particular line. I'm not sure if they're just covering their butts there. I'm not seeing any rotations, though. But I am seeing some pretty strong winds here. 96.48 kilometers an hour near Harley. If you're near Harley, Mount Pleasant, this storm that just went through Woodstock is still cooking to the east and looking pretty strong. Mount Pleasant, Brantford. Let's see how you pronounce this. Hopefully it comes. No. How about this one? No. Got to work on that. Oof, I've been sitting down for how long have we been live? 2 hours and 33 minutes straight sitting. I have to switch this to standing desk soon. I haven't put this desk into standing mode in a while, so I don't know if it's going to break anything. Let me switch over to Buffalo. See if we can get a different perspective on these storms. Not really. Exeter is still our best view on this storm and is still looking pretty strong wind gust wise. So still concerned with Harley, Fairfield Plain, Maple Grove, Mount Pleasant, Oakland, Scotland area. So the Norwich is in it right now. If you're in the path of that storm right now, definitely be inside at a minimum. You want to be on alert with that particular storm because it's still looking pretty potent. For sure. There's still a bit of an environment out there. Okay. Let's see what's going on. Barry looks gusty, but nothing too interesting. Still trying to keep an eye on what's going on up here near Bracebridge and Gravenhurst. IW Storm Risk is saying it's a decently potent storm. We did see this on a bunch of the models, but I don't think the environment up this far is too strong at the moment. Yeah. Not too wild up there. But yeah, could see some pretty gusty winds up in Muskoka. With this one through Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst. If you're in the Huntsville, Bracebridge, Gravenhurst area, let me know what you're experiencing. I'm trying to look in the comments here, but they're just flying past at the moment. So, Ricky says Brantford isn't going to get anything. People relax. Actually, Brantford is definitely going to get some of the storm here, and some of the strongest winds are heading towards Brantford. So I don't know. What are you talking about? Ricky Lee, Brantford isn't going to get anything. People relax. All right. So, yeah. So maybe ease up on the advice unless you're actually watching radar. Pretty severe in Brantford right now, says Aaron. So yeah. So that advice did not age well, Ricky Lee. Did not age well at all. And yeah, and much stronger winds are actually heading that way. So Brantford's definitely going to be getting some pretty strong winds. This is the same storm that went through Woodstock earlier. You can see it was right here when it went through Woodstock, and it's tracking to the east, and it is picking up steam right now. Yeah, Ricky Lee. Oh, Ricky. And she's trying to, maybe she's just trying to like manifest that it's not going to be as bad. Folks are asking about tornadoes. I don't see any rotation on radar right now that is concerning me. What I do see is some pretty strong wind gusts, and they can be quite dangerous as well. So I'm seeing some pretty strong wind gusts at the moment. Will Barrie get a tornado warning? Probably not. At some point this year, I could see that happening. But today, nah, I don't think so. Yeah. So those strong winds are still pushing to the east. We should be getting an update shortly. That's the 511 frame, and it's Oh, actually, speaking of Brantford not getting anything, the Brantford airport has 100-kilometer-an-hour winds right now. I'm going to do a custom polygon of this. Brantford needs to take shelter right now. If I was in Brantford, I'd be taking shelter immediately. Ricky Lee, you as well. I know you said nothing's going to happen, but I'm Ricky Lee. You might want to swallow your pride on that one. And let me just see exactly which way it's going here. Yeah, it's looking nasty. Kind of moving due east. So I'm going to make a storm track here from about here. I'm going to make a polygon on that one. Let's move it over. Whoopsie. Yeah, I don't like the look of what I'm seeing there heading into Brantford at the moment. The winds just really picked up. The Brantford airport just showed some really strong winds at the moment. Let me just make sure exactly which way this is going. It could actually be going kind of northeast. So I'm going to back this up a bit, and I'm going to rotate this, actually. Let me back this up and rotate this maybe that way towards Hamilton. Let me see here. I think so. Something like that is probably good. Yeah, I think so. Okay, I'm going to notify this right now. Let me just switch my camera view so you can see what I'm doing in our admin panel of Instant Weather Pro. Carefully monitor storm located 8 kilometers southwest of Brant. I'm just going to say, yeah, storm. I'm going to delete all of this. Carefully monitor storm. Actually, you know what I want to do first is go to wind gusts and say, yeah, I'm just going to scrap the whole thing. Here we go. Damaging wind gusts. Possible. Damaging wind gusts on radar are tracking northeast towards Brantford, etc. Please be safe in the path of this storm. And damaging wind gusts detected. Damaging wind gusts detected. Yeah, that's right. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. And I want to go orange. Good enough. Keep it simple on this particular one. And that looks good to me. And I'm going to send it out to 5,535 people that have our free app. Big to bam. Done. Okay. Sent out a notification to those folks in that particular area. Brantford's looking pretty nasty. Brantford is getting... And here's Ricky Lee again. The north end of Brantford, storm's over. Just light rain now. It's not there yet. Ricky Lee, stop. It's not there yet. It's moving in. It's at the Brantford airport right now, based on radar. It's tracking into Brantford. Ah, Ricky Lee. Yeah, Brantford. It's moving into Brantford right now. The strongest part of the storm is tracking into Brantford. If Ricky Lee was on our team, she is fired. Okay, checking out some of these other storms that are... I think these are over the water now, so they're good to go. Whoa, they are looking quite dynamic, though, over the water. Wow. Good thing these aren't over land right now. Those were over land earlier, and there was a power outage near Erie Beach there. Cedar Springs, there's a power outage on Hydro 1 from that particular storm. Brennan said we're getting DMs right now of people that are upset that we're not answering your questions in the comments. There's 6,000 people on the live stream right now. So, and the comments are flying past. They're just flying past. So
yeah. I just spoke with a lady who was really upset with us, who was like, why aren't you addressing the people in Dorchester? And it's like, we have hundreds of comments coming through.
They're just flying through right now. So
everyone.
It's all good, Brendan.
Melissa raised it to us, and we addressed it, but we can't see every single thing.
Yeah, we can't see or address every single comment. So, you know what's even better? Instead of in the comments going, is this coming to my town? It's so much better if you just tell us what you're experiencing. Would you rather look in the comments and see a million questions, or would you rather look in the comments and see a million reports? Probably the latter. So, we can appreciate that you're anxious. We appreciate that you're stressed out, but please take a deep breath. Everybody right now, take a deep breath. Ready? A lot of us in this community experience storm anxiety, and I can appreciate it. So take a deep breath, relax. We're going to be okay. We're watching as closely as we possibly can. We go through this every single year. There's always folks that are like, I asked a question 12 times and you didn't answer. We cannot get to every single question. The thing that my attention should be mainly on radar, because when I see something significant, that's when I'm able to notify you through our free app. So this is where my attention should be. Your reports are great. If you could add some reports to the comments, that would be... If I look in the comments and someone's like, it's wild here, or these types of things, it's really helpful to find out in real time. And actually, not even just for me to see, but for the rest of the community, for everybody else to look into the comments and go, wow, I can see what everybody's experiencing in real time. That is a really helpful thing. So please let us know what you're experiencing, if it's safe to do so. And our apologies if we can't get to every single comment. Brantford looking pretty nasty. Those really, really strong winds from the Brantford airport. Let's go back. Yeah. Looks like they may have weakened. It was good. Ricky Lee's going to be happy. Looks like they may have weakened on that latest frame. Still pretty strong, but actually, what are they at to? Never mind. 96 kilometers an hour. They're not that weak. It's just the ones that are 100 kilometers an hour are not showing up anymore. So about 80, 90 kilometers an hour wind gusts possible with that Brantford storm tracking to the east-northeast. Looking pretty gnarly. Looks like there was some huge hail reported in Cedar Springs there. Oh boy. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. Oh boy. I can hear the rain here in Barrie, but it looks like Barrie's pretty tame. The stuff to the north, it's 10-0 for the Jays. All right. The stuff to the no spoilers, by the way. So, oops. Hopefully, if you had the game taped. Looks like the severe thunderstorm watches and all the severe thunderstorm warnings in deep southwestern Ontario have ended. That's really good news. I need to get rid of some of these polygons. Let's take a look at this one. This one is the minor rotation at 339. Let me get rid of that one. Okay, that one is gone. What else here? Tracking into Woodstock. Get rid of that. Chatham, Erie Beach one we can get rid of. Damaging wind gusts detected. The Brantford one we'll keep. And that's good. Okay. It's still looking pretty nasty through Brantford. Hopefully it passes soon. It'll be over towards Hamilton and the Burlington area relatively soon. Hopefully it's not as strong as it continues to track to the east. Still some pretty strong winds in there, though. Well, that got interesting, didn't it? Still some pretty strong winds possible up here in Gravenhurst, Bracebridge, Huntsville area, tracking to the east. Nothing too substantial from what I can tell. Surprised to see values that high on IW storm risk. I'm surprised to see 5% TOR on that. 4% TOR. Yeah. That's interesting. More of a wind risk up there, I think. But we'll continue to watch it to see what it does. Oh boy, folks. It's been a day. Hope everybody's staying safe for sure. It's been a day. How's Barry looking? Barry's fine. All right, I'm gonna try to go through some of these comments now. There's quite a few of them. There's a lot. Greg with a report. Love these reports. Says rain in East Hamilton looks really dark. Looking west. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's come over to YouTube, by the way, from Facebook and from Twitter or X and from Twitch. Really trying to build up our YouTube channel. So if you could come over to YouTube, search for Instant Weather. Give us a subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. It's free. If you could hit the like button on the live stream, that would really help as well too. Really appreciate it. So, big crack of thunder in Delhi, says Mandy. Thank you so much. Thunder in Simcoe, says Nikita. Thank you so much. Hamilton, says Melissa. It's going to get pretty windy in Hamilton, I think. Hopefully not severe, but it's going to get pretty darn windy. But there are severe thunderstorm warnings in place for you. Between Hamilton and Brantford, heavy rain has started. Thank you so much. How are the winds? The light pink and the dark red. Light pink is going to be higher winds for sure. Good practice for storm sheltering, says Tina. Absolutely. Lightning in Simcoe. Thank you, Nikita. Wasn't expecting a tornado, but that was 100% exciting. Thank you, Solo. Shook the house, says Michelle. Ouch. St. Thomas, someone's asking about it. St. Thomas is fine. Those storms are moving out now, so I think you're good. Excuse me. Yeah, Brantford's seen some still in the latest frame, still really strong winds. 101 showing up on radar. Relatively far from the radar though, so this could be a bit inflated. You're kind of in the middle of all these different radars here. It's a tricky spot. But yeah, some really strong winds in there. And those will continue to track to the east up and towards Alberton, Renforth, Hannon, Hamilton, Binbrook, Newport, Middleport, Fulton, over towards Grimsby eventually. Some pretty strong winds on that cluster of storms there, but hopefully they'll continue to weaken as it moves to the east. Cross your fingers. That would be good. I need to stand up at some point. I've been sitting down watching radar for 3 hours straight. Let's see here. I missed a whole bunch of stuff here. Let me jump back into it. Jewel, thank you so much for becoming a YouTube member. We really appreciate it. Mike, again, thank you so much. Says, time to take a break at Guelph Storm fighting nunchucks. Yeah. Mike's always fighting storms with his nunchucks for some reason. PK Rats, coming in with the super sticker. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. And Jacqueline, Elizabeth, coming in with a $10 super sticker. Thank you so much as well. Really appreciate the support, everyone. Thank you to everybody sending in stars on Facebook. They don't show up on this streaming platform we have, but I know folks are sending them in there, and we really appreciate it as well. If you don't know what it is, like a tip jar. So thank you so much. All of your support really, really does help. You've kept us alive, folks. We're entirely bootstrapped. We own 100% of Instant Weather, and we haven't taken on any investors or anything because our mission is to raise awareness about tornadoes and severe weather, and our focus is to make sure that our attention is on you, on our wonderful community. So we don't want, we don't want some like boardroom of executives being like, what do we think is good for this community? We listen to you, and we listen to our team, and that's what we do. We pay attention to what's best for this community. So that's what we keep doing. So we appreciate that you support us and make this all possible. It really does mean a lot to myself and everybody on the team. So thank you so much. Cat Black says, Adam, we were in the car when my young son with ASD heard the alert. We are watching you from home now for a sense of calmness. He's pretty scared. Maybe a shout out. His name is Onyx. Is it Onyx? Onyx? I think so, right? Yeah. It's all good, Onyx. We got you. No stress. We got you. All good. A lot of folks nonstop spamming do Tilsonburg. How many times did you spam that? Oh my goodness. Spamming is, we don't appreciate it. So probably yes, Onyx says Cat. Cool. Very stressed right now, says Palmer. Palmer, take a deep breath. It's all good. I think the majority of this show is coming to a close. There's still going to be thunderstorms. There's still going to be gusty winds. There's still severe thunderstorm warnings in place all the way to Niagara. But I think you're going to be all right. Everybody's going to be all right. We got you. No stress. Take a deep breath. We got you. If something's interesting, we're going to let you know. But for right now, I'm not very excited about what I'm seeing right now. I'm not like, oh my goodness, I got to send a polygon right now. I'm pretty relaxed. And usually if I'm relaxed, then you should be relaxed too. It's all good. You shouldn't be outside with those strong winds, but, I don't really think basement is necessary at this point.
Severe thunderstorm warning was just issued for central Ontario, so that area up near Muskoka.
Oh, they did issue one for that. For the Huntsville Bracebridge one? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that storm doesn't look too bad. Like, it's decent. Nothing about it is making me, like, jump out of my chair here, but there's some good strong winds on there. It's decent. It's not too bad. That's interesting. Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the Muskoka area with that particular line of storms. Probably mainly for strong wind gusts, I would assume. That's funny. Thank you, Jewel Nangraves. Nangraves? That's how you pronounce her name. Sent a photo of her son looks like a blanket, turning a blanket into a tornado. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well, that's cute. All right. Yeah. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I'm not super, concerned at this point in time. Thank you so much, Jatu, if that's how you pronounce it, Jatu, for the super sticker. It's very kind of you. Yeah, I think there's going to be some strong winds out there, but nothing is blowing my mind right now, so it's all good. It's all good. Of course, there's lightning, and that I can understand. I can appreciate people like Tilsonburg and stuff. They're hearing all this lightning and they think it's just because there's lightning and thunder. Did I say hearing lightning? That doesn't make sense. The hearing thunder. Just because there's thunder doesn't mean it's super concerning. Oh, it looks like there was some wind damage here. Where's that? Oh, possible damage near Granton. So that report we had, remember we had that report a while back where someone said that the OPP was saying that there was a tornado report in Granton. Well, it looks like there's wind damage being reported in Granton. So how about that? That person was correct. I wonder where they heard it. They must have been listening to scanners or something. Because we didn't see anything posted from them. Still some pretty strong winds probably in Brantford. How's it in Brantford right now? Is it windy? Let me know. Yeah, that we looked at it. I mean, there wasn't really strong rotation on radar. So that might have been maybe a little downburst. Is it rain wrapped? Is what rain wrapped? I don't think there's any tornadic stuff going on right now. Nothing tornadic from what I can tell. Not too bad in Brantford? Okay, good. So it's starting to get elevated, which is good. So the backside of that is elevated. No wind. Perfect. Excellent. Well, that's good to know. Okay, I'm going to scrap this. I'm going to scrap this polygon here. 1 second. And we got the forecast, and we've got the fact that we're live streaming. All right, I'll leave those both on for now. Mostly done in Brantford. That's good to know. Excellent. Cooling on the road, says Suds. Thank you very much for the report. Appreciate it. Yeah, it looks like as the storm started to move to the east, they're starting to get more elevated, which means they're getting further up off the surface. So the strong winds aloft that radar are picking up, they're not actually reaching the ground, which is good. That's what we want to see. That was an interesting run of events there. Holy. Chris says, sing Blame It on the Rain. Blame it on the rain. Something like that. I wasn't lip syncing. Should I play a song at some point? I probably should. At least before I shut down the stream, right? I'll play a song. I haven't tuned this guitar in a while. It's been a while. Let's see. Crack it out. About that time. Let's see what it is. If you're new here, you probably don't realize that at the end of every stream, I usually play a song. If we do a really long live stream where we're live for like 10 hours, then in those circumstances, I'll play many songs. But I used to play a bunch of covers, but then then our live streams are getting dinged. They're getting like copyright claimed. We're donating half of the revenue from the live stream to Paul McCartney. We know he obviously needs it. So. Let's see here. It's probably getting cut off by noise cancellation. Hold on. See what I got. All right. I think I've got this noise cancellation turned right off. Okay. Can you hear the guitar? Let me know if you can hear that. What could I play? What could I play? You can't hear it? Or you can? No? What? Why is that not coming through? Check. Let's see here. Check. 1, 2. Oh, maybe I have to turn up the volume a bit. Can't hear the guitar. That's weird. I have the noise canceling turned off. Can you give my son Grayer a shout out? Yo, what's up, Grayer? Can you hear the guitar? Can you hear it or no? You hear the guitar? I need to get a mic for my guitar. I know, I need to plug it in. Hear it loud and clear. Okay, now it's better. I have a pickup. I got a nice pickup in here. It's 11-1. We'll give him 1. Okay, that's better. All right, what should I play? An original? That's usually all I play now. I don't get copyright dings on originals, so I'll play the classic one I probably always play. I haven't practiced in a bit. I heard a tornado dropped in Paris. Is that true, says Sean? Radar looked decent, so it's not entirely out of the question. We've seen a little bit of damage. We haven't seen anything too substantial, but it's going to have to be Dr. Sills and the Northern Tornadoes Project. He's going to head out and do a survey, of course. All right. I'll play a little No Apologies for you. Here we go. I will not apologize for anything I've done. There's no regrets with who I was, who I have become. It seems strange when I look in the mirror. Future's fuzzy, but it's getting clearer. And I will not be saying sorry. No way I'm saying so. Summer, spring, winter, fall. I can't believe I've done them all. Every time, look outside, it's something new. And everyone tries to tell me every day's the same. They've got no one but themselves to blame. Ooh-ee-oo. 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 All right, one more, right? I will not apologize for anything I've said. There is no one else but me stuck inside this head. And it seems strange when I look in the mirror. Future's fuzzy, but it's getting clearer. And I will not be saying sorry. No way I'm saying so. Summer, spring, or winter, fall. I can't believe I've done them all. Every time I look outside, something new. Everyone tries to tell me every day's the same. They've got no one but themselves to blame. Ooh, sing it with me, come on. Ooh, all right. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. Thank you kindly. That's fun. All right. Should I look at the radar maybe? What do you think? Seems like a reasonable idea. So here's where that severe thunderstorm was in central Ontario. Severe thunderstorm warning. What did they say for it? They said Environment Canada tracking blah 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 blah. Strong wind gusts, nickel-sized hail. I see. Strong wind gusts. That's basically it. Yeah, it didn't look too strong. I'm surprised they issued a severe thunderstorm warning out there. It looked decent though. It wasn't terrible, but. Good times. Thank you so much, Lydia. I appreciate it. Beautiful singing and playing guitar. Thank you kindly. Hail in Burlington. Thank you very much for that report. Yes, my old band, Atlantis Blueprint. I wrote that song for that band when I was, I don't know, 18 or something. It was a while back. I'm 43 this July. Wait, 44? No, 43. How old am I? I don't know. I think I'm 42 right now. I was born in 1983. Someone do the math. Let me know how old I am, please. Appreciate that. I think I'm turning 43. I think that's the case. Yeah. Anybody? Somebody do some math? I am 43 or I'm turning 43? I am 43. So I'm turning 44? Oh boy. At least it says 42. All right. Do I have to do this math myself? Oh, I'm turning 43. Okay. That's right. That's what I thought. It freaked me out when you said 43. I'm like, what? I am 43 now? I don't pay attention to these things. Turning 43. Thank you. Appreciate it. The power is out in Brantford. Thank you for that report. Probably from lightning, I would assume. This is turning into a big sloppy mess, which is great news. Most of the severe thunderstorm watch has ended. The severe thunderstorm warning continues for Niagara. Mainly, it looks like to me it's like a little bit of a wind and maybe some isolated flooding potentially. What? Sorry. Wait. I turned off. Hold on. I turned off echo cancellation. There, it's back on now. Sorry. Say that again, Brennan.
There was a tornado warning that was just issued. I'm trying to figure out the location of it. I believe it's up near. Yeah, it's in Algonquin Park.
What? Oh, this cell right here. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. 1% tor risk right now over there. Okay. All right. Maybe because it's got the bookend to it. Oh boy. Okay. So it's got to be this cell. Tornado warning for Algonquin Park. Who had that on their bingo card? Yeah, I don't know. Did they get a report? Yeah, it does have a little bit of rotation to it. Let's see what SRV looks like. Not that exciting. I mean, I don't even know if I would post rotation on this. I probably would. With this right here, I probably would. Yeah. Minor rotation. Just in the last couple frames there. Power outage in Brantford. Thank you. We got you. Stop spamming. Please. Put user in a timeout. That'd be good. Paul says, thanks, Adam. Now I'm going to be singing this to my kids all day. Ooh. All right. I put Gore in a timeout there. Okay. I don't know if I think he thinks that if he tells us that there's a power outage, then we're going to fix it for him somehow. Let me hit refresh here. See if we can get the latest. Yeah, tornado warning for Algonquin. Really? For this cell right here. Okay. Who's got a closer radar? Brit or no, it's a Brit. What does it look like from Franktown? Meh. I have a feeling they got a report, maybe? I don't know. It's a little bit of a bookend there. What's the environment like up here, though? Is there even an environment? Like, there's obviously a little bit of rotation here. What's the environment? Hold on, we're going to find out. It's been a weird day, folks. Let me click a radar far away so I can see what's going on with the environment. There's no supercell where that cell is. There's 0 supercell. 0 supercell index where that cell is. There's 0.5 nearby. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? To be fair, I'm just going to put this out there. I'd rather Environment Canada be super proactive than to be reactive. So they're being super proactive with this one. I did not see that one coming. Okay. If you are in Canoe Lake, they might have got a report of a tornado. And if that's the case, then this would be more serious for sure. I mean, there is rotation there. If you're in Canoe Lake, is it Brule Lake? How do you pronounce this? Hold on. Nope. Doesn't want to pronounce it. Fine. Yeah, but if you're near Canoe Lake, western Algonquin Park, tracking to the northeast. Tornado warning for Algonquin Park. Let's see that. Brule? Is it Brule? No CC drop up there. North Bay is getting a warning. No, North Bay is fine. You're really far from this tornado warning. You're not in the tornado warning and you're far from it. You're okay. The only place of concern is north of the Algonquin Highlands, basically near Canoe Lake. That is the main concern. Velocities don't show anything. No, the velocities do show something. There's this. There's a little bit of a something. There's a little something. There's something there. I mean, they might have got a report. And it's got a hook. It's got a bookend vortex kind of hook. It's only got 1% total tornado risk on our IW storm risk. And on the next frame, it's looking a little bit more like maybe a downburst. It's only 67 for the young ones out there. 67 kilometers an hour. And Paul's still singing it. Ooh. Minden's fine. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know if they're just doing it just because there have been bad storms there before. It's observed. Somebody must have. Let's see. What do you mean it's observed? I don't see anything about observed. It just says tracking a thunderstorm that is possibly producing a tornado, damaging winds, large hail, and locally intense rainfall. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Western Algonquin Park. It doesn't say that anybody reported it. Brule, like the desert. Okay. Or like the dessert. Lindsay's going to laugh at me for that one. Like the desert. Oh. Brole. Brole? Brew. B-R-O-O. Okay. I'll just stop. Linda said 6767. They are just being proactive, better than no warning. I agree. There have been many seasons where they're not that proactive, but so, okay. Yeah, it looks decent for like 1 frame. Maybe 2 frames. Right here. Maybe that's what they notified on. That. Now it just looks like wind. And it's like, I don't know. It's looking pretty messy. Good. Cindy says Brewly is how it's pronounced. Brewlie is how it's pronounced, she says. And she is a YouTube member, so there's that. Thank you so much for being a YouTube member. The Jays won 14-1. Oh my goodness. Is there going to be a tornado in Barrie? No. What are your predictions for the summer? Hot. Pretty hot. It's going to be, they're talking about a super El Nino, so it's going to be potentially crazy hot. Super El Nino. No, Connor, they're not. It's Connor says it's probably AI now. No. Environment Canada is still a forecaster issuing tornado warnings. Is there a tornado in London? No. There was a tornado warning a long time ago for London, but the storm itself was south of London. Patricia says definitely brulee. Yeah, Michael, they've had their time. Again, I'm if they want to be proactive, I'm fine. The King says, I hate you. All right. Sorry about that. Not bad. I don't know what I did, but okay. Gord Duel something says, what app or website is this? Is Instant Weather Pro. This is our Pro Radar suite that we built for the Northern Tornadoes Project, but also for our own team. And you can get it. You can subscribe to it at instantweatherpro.com. A vehicle was overturned in Granton. May have been a downburst, may have been a isolated brief tornado. Hard to say. I'm glad we added tornado risk to our forecast that we posted this afternoon. We were on the fence about that. We're like, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. And we're like, no, there's just enough of a hint that we probably should. And now we're on our 3rd tornado warning of the day. So now we didn't say tornado risk up here in Algonquin Park. But some of the models did say there could be some interesting stuff a little bit to the north, but just the environment overall was pretty weak. But yeah, that could be a little tornado tracker there. I don't doubt that might be a little. That could be a little something. It's only good for like 1 frame though. One or 2 frames looks decent. I wouldn't count Barrie out. Barrie's fine. What are we talking about? There's no tornado risk for Barrie. You're good. Tornado risk, Barrie? Nope. You're fine. Swati says, I don't remember this many tornadoes as a kid. Well, there was no social media when you were a kid. Based on your photo. Social media really kind of picked it up. There's been tornadoes in this area since before there was humans. So there's going to be a tornado before, a tornado after. Hopefully we survive. But yeah. The King says, just kidding. I think you're the best YouTuber ever. Wow, that was a big turnaround from you saying you hate me. So wow, I'll take it. I'm definitely not. But thank you. I appreciate it. My favorite thing ever is when my favorite thing ever is when people say, you're kind of like, we're so glad you're here. You're like the Ryan Hall of Canada. And I'm like, I mean, he started streaming in 2022 and we started streaming in 2015. So really, Ryan's like the Adam of America. Just saying. He's pretty amazing though. I think he does a good job. is fun to watch, and they've really stepped it up over there. So, and you know what? Covering the U.S. for tornadoes, the U.S. has 1,200 tornadoes per year on average. 1,200 a year on average. Canada is second to only the U.S. We have 100-ish tornadoes a year. It's funny because I was at the, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I have joined the advisory council for the CSSL, which is the Canadian Severe Storms Laboratory, which is the umbrella organization for the Northern Tornadoes Project, the Northern Hail Project, the Northern Mesonet Project. And so now I'm on the advisory council with all these brilliant people. I'm like, there's a little bit of what do they call that? Imposter syndrome. I'm like, I'm sitting at this table with all these PhDs and all these brilliant people, but hopefully I bring something reasonable to the table. But I'm sitting there and we're talking about it, and they mentioned something like, I think since the Northern Tornadoes Project started, they have verified something like 1,200. It was like 1,200 tornadoes. And I was sitting there with the director of the NSSL, which is the CSSL in the U.S. It's like their research, the National Severe Storms Laboratory in the U.S., which is kind of what the CSSL is based on to some degree, you know. And there's also ESSL in Europe. But so I'm sitting there with Danae, who's the director of the NSSL, and they said 1,200. I turned to him. I'm like, isn't that how many tornadoes you guys get in like a year? Anyways, and he laughed. So I digress. So my point being, there's a bunch of awesome streamers in the States, and I don't envy them for how busy they are. It's unbelievable. Ryan Hall, Max Velocity, Evan Freiberger, Michigan Storm Chasers are awesome as well too. There's a ton of incredible streamers in the U.S. And a lot of people go, "Oh, you should cover the States as well." I'm like, having a hard enough time covering Canada.
They extended the tornado warning
to the northeast.
Well, let me double check where they extended it. I think they further south. That includes Dorset now.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. What am I looking at, Brennan? What is happening? Velocity looks so boring. Oh, maybe it's this. Maybe it was this.
Maybe
are they getting
area because it's kind of like
no? They got to be getting reports. There's no
up there, and it's not a really good radar area.
Somebody's got to be phoning in and saying they're seeing a tornado. There's like, look at radar. Like, look at this. Have you ever seen Environment Canada warn a tornado on a meso this week in your life? Another tornado warning, folks. Unless there's like, does anybody have some photos? Oh, Pecos Hank is amazing as well too. Oh yeah, Pecos Hank is brilliant. Of course, Reed Timmer. You know, there's a million guys in the U.S. and gals that are fantastic. Heading slowly for Barrie. No, it's going northeast. Barrie is fine. Stop talking about Barrie. Barrie is fine. Huntsville is clear. They said a tornado was spotted in North Bay. No, there's not even a storm there. Or is there? There might be a storm there. Let's see. There's some rain. No. No. That is not true. There's no way. Pecos Hank might be a top 3 YouTuber. Pecos Hank is his videos, if you want to see some wild tornado storm chasing videos, go look at Pecos Hank. He is unbelievable. He's a great musician too. What am I watching? The trolls are out to get me today. I know they are, Jamie. I'm in Huntsville. We had hail come down sideways about 20 minutes ago. Thanks for the report. Appreciate it. Yeah, it looked pretty. It looked pretty gusty up there. I'm pretty surprised. Okay, I'm not surprised on this one because this one actually looked pretty decent. So that signature right there, and then that frame right there. Based on that frame and that hook, tornado warning, fine. There's rotation in there, sure. And then it weakened on the next frame, and it's turned into basically nothing. Pretty darn weak. This thing, tornado warning on this? I got to message the doc. Oh, boy. Pecos Hank is the best tornado chaser of the bunch. Yeah, he's amazing. I mean, Reed's the GOAT, but yeah. But Pecos he's awesome. His video making is incredible. He can make some incredible videos. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very possible. Someone could have saw Scud and been like, it's a tornado and called it in, right? Oh, looks like we had a report there. Tree down in Dwight, Ontario. Where's Dwight? Oh, right here. A little bit of tree damage on that cell. Interesting. It looked like just pretty gusty. Interesting. Yeah, a little bit of tree damage on that one. Hagersville? No, I don't think there ever was a tornado warning for Hagersville. I think it was to the west. And there's no tornado warning for there right now. Yeah, that's interesting. Don't see that every day. How much for Instant Weather Pro? It is. It was on sale earlier. I think it's back to its regular price, so it should be $99 for the year. So like 8 something a month, something like that. So let's see here. I just want to using. If EC is using different radar, no, they're using the same radar. Yeah, there's only these particular radar stations. There's no other radar stations. Steve says apparently there was something that came on people's phones in Townsend, which is 5 minutes south of me. I mean, they might have got it just from proximity, but the tornado warning was quite far north of them. What is this? Hold on a second. That photo looks pretty legit. Where is that? Denfield. 2 large sheds. Denfield, Ontario. Whoa. Denfield? Where is that? Is that right near Lucan? That could be legit. That might be legit. That looks wild, dude. Holy. Denfield, Ontario was hit by a tornado. My daughter and her husband lost 2 large sheds, and they've got a photo of what looks like a pretty rock solid tornado. That might be legit. Send that to NTP. That looks legit. We might have our first tornado of the year based on that photo. I want to show you folks right now. We're going to vet it first here, but that looks solid. And that's right where, again, remember we heard that there was a tornado warning for Huntsville. Huntsville's fine. It's just a mistake. It's just a glitch in the system that notifies people nearby a tornado warning. And that's so. Remember, we heard earlier on the stream. Someone said the police were saying that there was a, the police were saying that there was a tornado touchdown, and so Denfield. Let's go way back. We're doing the way back playback here. I don't know what I'm talking about. What time was that at? Tag Dave in that. Again, I'm glad we said tornado potential in our forecast. Let's see here. Oh, but that was Grantham, said Roller. Yeah, but I think that's near that area, isn't it? Isn't it? It was Granton. And that's right, not that far from pretty, like, here's Denfield, here's Granton. They're pretty close to each other. Oh, Dave says that's his photo. Well, that one's busted. Dave says that's literally his photo. That was Dr. Sills' photo. Okay, well, that one's busted. Good thing I didn't show you. Last year. That was his photo from last year. That's the best. You send a tornado photo to Dr. Sills and he goes, that was my photo. Yeah. Brennan says, note to scammers, don't steal the tornado doctor's photo. Oh my goodness. Well, that one's busted. Hey-oh. What do we still got here? Tornado warning to the north has been ended. Makes perfect sense because that storm has gotten way weaker. The tornado warning to the south, which is east of Lake of Bays, is probably going to get ended soon because radar looks like absolute trash. So that's so funny. Hey, Dave, what do you think of this photo? It's literally my photo. Oh, my goodness. That is so funny. Sorry for spanning, says random Roblox. No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. Take a deep breath. No worries. Dr. Tornado. Don't steal Dr. Tornado's photos because Dr. Tornado is the one vetting it and he's going to say, nope. That's so funny. So funny. Although, wait, there's still that report, though. Yeah. That's still potentially legit. That's a good point, Dalton.
The photo was a different person that sent it.
That's right. Someone just, you know what it is? Someone just went on Google and typed like Luke and Tornado and then found that photo and pasted it in the comments. That's what happened. I don't think someone's really trying to like pull the wool over our eyes. I think someone just went and Googled it really quickly. Just V says, Dr. Tornado sounds like a bad wrestling persona. Yeah, radar looks like absolute trash on that storm. So I do not doubt that this tornado warning is going to last very long. Oh boy, folks, it's been a day. I don't even know if they're trolls. I have a feeling that the person who posted that wasn't a troll. I have a feeling they just basically Googled it and said, "Oh, I found something from that area," and didn't realize it was from last year. That's how that felt. But the person who sent their father a video from the Drake show that was them just trolling their dad, and then their dad posted it to us. So it's like you have to see exactly where it's coming from to kind of figure it out. No, this is surprisingly still a tornado warning up here in Algonquin Park. It's going to be ended soon. It's there. It's gone. They ended it. Okay. All right, folks. I think that's probably the show. I think so. It's been a journey, and I really hope everybody stayed safe. A lady said that in that town, where was that town again? She said somebody lost 2 sheds. So there was obviously wind damage. Possible that there was some isolated tornado activity going on. We hope everybody stayed safe, really, because it's been a day. It has been a day. I'm just going through the comments here. 1 second. Josephine says, thank you to Adam and all the team for helping keep the community safer. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Tornado warning has ended, Cindy. It's all done. What do people do in their cars if there's a tornado? That's a very tricky question. I'd like to maybe... we interviewed Dr. Sills the other day. It'd be interesting to get his perspective on it. Because, like the classic thing was like, oh, you're supposed to jump into a ditch. But, every circumstance is different. Like if it's the tornado's it's very far away, if you know how to read radar, that can help. But if you don't, it can be stressful. I don't know. It's a very tricky situation. Oh, my carbon dioxide levels? Somehow they went down. It's only at 1,000 now. Hilarious. I don't know why. I don't know where this air is coming from, but they went down and then 1,000. So that's something. He didn't open a window, stretch, or drink water. He ignored all the side quests. Sorry, it's been busy. Nice. Read my comment, please. I did. I just read your comment. I don't know where your other comment is. Oh, I got 3 tornado warnings. Yeah, I saw that. Thanks, Adam and team. You're very welcome. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. It's been a wild one. Please don't park under an overpass. Yeah, that's a big one. You've seen storm chasers intentionally ditch their car. Yeah. If it's a monster tornado, you don't want to be in the car. But they're down there in the heart of Tornado Alley chasing absolute monsters. That's a unique situation. Can you play a song? I did. Pretty powerful storm started in Niagara. Thank you very much for the report. Appreciate it. Yeah, and that's all that's really left is these storms going through Niagara. Some gusty winds in there. Gusty winds. That's about it. Nothing too exciting. Pretty messy. Radar looks quite messy now. I don't anticipate any more Algonquin tornado warnings. That was interesting. You don't see that every day. Oh, we actually have an exact location of where the shed damage was. So that's going to help the Northern Tornadoes Project go out and do a damage assessment. Jennifer says, you and your team are fantastic. Thank you so much, Jennifer. You're fantastic. We appreciate it. Glad it's finally storm live streams instead of snow. Thanks for the streams. Thanks, Seth. Appreciate you being on our stream all the time. And all your help. Very, very kind of you. Smith says, chat, please stop demanding attention. That's okay. But yeah. It gets a little much sometimes. Yeah, models for next week's show. Things are getting active. Yeah, for sure. Will there be a storm in Kingston? Maybe. You might see some storms overnight into eastern Ontario. Let's take one last peek before I go. We'll take a look at the future radar. Let me switch to single mode and refresh. I like that animation. Oh. I gotta refresh again. I'll fix that so you don't have to refresh. As soon as you turn off a radar, it should automatically go to mosaic. There it is. Perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at where are these storms going in the future. Let me turn everything off here. It's too busy. Let's turn off mesoanalysis. Let's turn off alerts. Oopsie. We can leave the storm tracks and the warm front. Okay, here we go. So Kingston, yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's your future radar over the next few hours. That's about 1 in the morning. So here's midnight. Here's 10 o'clock. Here's 8 o'clock. Where are they expecting that storm to come from? What is this? What are they? What does the model think? Where's this storm coming from? The model's excited about this random storm. It's going to pop up? I don't know. We'll see. It might. The cold front might still force some new storms in. We'll see. But yeah, stuff going through Niagara. It's going to be some pretty heavy rain. Nothing too exciting. Some gusty winds. 91 kilometers an hour. Thank you so much, Andy Mack, for becoming a new YouTube member. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. It's exciting here. It's at times it is. At times it's not, but it is. Today was exciting. Where's the tornado warnings at? They're all done. You missed them. They're all gone. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, some pretty gusty winds though. Looks like Niagara could get into some pretty gusty winds, but hopefully they're elevated. Hopefully they're further up off the surface and not being too substantial at this point in time. So, all right, I think that's it, folks. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. What's everybody having for dinner? Let me know. Olivia becoming a new YouTube member. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Olivia. Thank you kindly. What is Alberta looking like? I could take a look. Melissa says, before you leave, if you could click the like button on the live stream, we really appreciate it. It really helps. Alberta's got a stationary front. A whole lot of nothing. Not much precipitation. Not much going on up there. Well, that's it. I think that's pretty much it. I got to do my classic thank you to everybody in the team here. Let me just pull it up. I would like to thank Alana, Brennan, Cody, Cole, Dalton, D, Dominic, Harry, Jeremy, Kyle, Leslie, Liam, Lindsay, Matt, Miranda, Patricia, Paxton, Sarah, Teresa, Ms. Esri, Melissa, Smith, all of our wonderful mods for all of your help. We really, really appreciate it. You're all fantastic, and we thank you for all of your help. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope everybody stayed safe. We will talk to you all very soon, and have yourself a wonderful, safe evening. We'll be back at it soon because it's that time of year. It's go time. So it's all good. We got you. We got you. Everything's going to be fine. Thank you so much. Again, download a free app, instantweatherapp.com. If you'd like to subscribe to Instant Weather Pro, you can do so at instantweatherpro.com. And, chicken parmesan. Nice, Trish. Awesome. It's great. Fantastic. What about Kitchener, says Richard? You're fine. You're all good. Heavy rain in St. Catharines. Thank you for the report. I think everybody's okay now. I think you're all right. You're going to see some storms overnight through potentially parts of the GTA, through parts of Eastern Ontario, but they should remain non-severe. But we'll be watching because that's what we do. We watch radar. It's our Netflix. So awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll talk to you all very soon. Oh, and Just V made a good point. We also have text message alerts. So if you go to textmessagealerts.com, you can subscribe for $4.49 a month, and then we'll send you alerts very quickly. It's even faster than through our app. They come in very quickly. Textmessagealerts.com, and we'll notify you via text, which means even if your internet is spotty, as long as you have a basic cell signal, as long as you can get a basic text message through, then it still works. So it's really, really great for folks that are in rural communities. Where internet is spotty, it's nice to be able to get a text message for what's going on. So anyways, that's it for now. We'll talk to you all very soon. Bye, everybody. See you later. Thanks, Brandon.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.